Hello, chicken babies. What are you all doing? Why did we make a big mess with all the food? Why did we pull all the food out? And now you've got the food in the water. Oh. Oh. Do you see you? So the other morning, I woke up to hearing one loud peep. And when I came out to the brooder, one was sitting out on the floor. They've learned how to jump. Well, now what are you gonna do? Well, we can't have that now, can we? Come on. Up, step up. There we go. No, you do not need to come up too. Come on. Step on. Step up. There you go. I'm going to bring in the rack. I can't have you all escaping. So now we definitely need the grate on top because the babies are trying to escape. Sweet chicken babies. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'm a chicken whisperer. Watch this. Hello. Oh, are you coming up? My hand. Step up. There we go. Oh, hello. Hello, little chicken baby. Oh, right. You prefer to be up on my shoulder. You like my red hat today? You still have no name because you look so much like your sisters. This is one of your favorite places besides my shoulder. Oh, oh. Hello. Another baby coming up. Hello. Oh yeah, you like to be on my, okay, you go up there. Step up. Oh, hello you. You want to be up here too? And why are you picking at my hat? What's there? You're just gonna hunker right there. A sweet pea, apple of my eye. Don't know when and I don't know why, but you're the only reason I keep on coming home. The babies are 6 weeks old. Well, hello. You flew right up. Are you going to come up? You can step up. There we go. 3. Daisy, are you going to come on? Come on, Daisy. There we go. 4. Do you like the ring, Sadie? There's always 2 that aren't quite as comfortable as jumping up and up here. Oh, you want to be on that side, Sadie? There we go. Come on. 5 chickens. They're so big. 6 weeks ago, I could put 2 of them in my hand. And now we all have to just rest on my folded arms. That's attached. I'm just the preening perch. They really like me. Chicken babies. Well, hello, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming in. The babies have gotten so big. And I'm going to add to the stage right away here, South Florida Sunshine. Here
Hello,
she
hello,
is.
hello.
And as
Hello.
well, right to the stage, we're going to add Laura from
Hello.
Dad. Thank you, ladies, for coming and hanging out with me.
Oh,
I appreciate
pleasure.
that.
It's
You know,
my
I'm
honor.
not. I'm not quite sure whereabouts she's at. But before I say all my hellos, I just because I think she just said going back to doing laundry and dishes.
Mm.
Well, there's a big fight going on behind me right now with the chicken babies. But
Uh-oh.
anyway, it is Garden Warrior's birthday today. And so I wanted to say a big happy birthday to you. So we know you're doing laundry, which is not so nice to do on your birthday and whatnot.
No.
But we really do appreciate who you are. And we are so grateful that you entered this earth on May the 4th. And so it's wonderful to have you be a part of our community and a part of this world. So a big happy birthday to Gardening Warrior.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So I will just go through and say some hellos. Just for those of you that are coming in, this is co-streamed 3 ways. So some of you will be in Hedgehog's homestead. And so you will not always see everything that's on the chat because the chat is combined here, but you will see whatever's going on in Laura's chat. And for those of you that are joining from South Florida Sunshine, again, same thing. You will see what's in the chat that in the group that you're with and whatnot. Or if you're on mine, you will see it there. So, but anyway, so hello, Marty, to you and my mama. Hello, mama.
Hi.
And then,
Mama.
Beautiful lady mama.
Yeah.
Looking forward to you too. Thank you for coming in and God's desire for me. Thank you. And Cool Gamer 2. And I will bring up Gardening Warrior once again. And yes, it's Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And
Hey, Steph.
and also, as she also put it out there, that it's also Naked Gardening Day for those that like to naked garden. And I do want to know if there are people that actually are brave enough to go out to their garden naked. We'll talk about
people, the animals. The only people that could probably see me in my garden naked would be screaming.
Considering
Thank you, Mike.
Can look down at my backyard. No.
Right. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for coming in.
Mike's.
And Crazy Life Homestead. I'm hoping I'm catching everybody as I'm catching up this this chat because it's behind. Hey, there's my girl Brampton Gardner. You know, Brampton Gardner, I just love you. And I haven't had a chance to actually say just how fabulous you are because I love your quick wit. You know, when you just always have some really great one-liner zingers. Sometimes they need to take a pause. But I just love that you are just so spontaneous.
I was just going to say that she can be a little spicy.
She'd be a little bit spicy and we might have to pause her, but
we love her a little space. But
exactly. It's always that thing where you go, well, I think many people were thinking it in their heads, but she's always bold enough to say it. So that's what I just love about her. And hey, Aid, thanks for coming in. It's great to have you here hanging out with us. Let me just more people saying hello to one another. Oh, Miss Sharon, thank you for coming in and saying happy birthday to Gardening Warrior. Oh, yes, there's a whole bunch of happy birthdays.
Happy birthday.
Oh, 3 ways. It's been a while. See, right there. But then she says, just kidding. Hey, Stephanie Joe Roundtree, thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. And I think I have caught up. Oh, just wait. I have no filter. No, you don't. And that is why we absolutely I just love you because it's like you just bring that fancy fun and a liveliness. So exactly. I say what you're thinking because you are bold. And happy pet your Wookiee day. Okay. And of course, we have storms, radius, and cats. Thank you so very much. No, exactly. Don't get you and Nicole together. Yes. Actually, no, that's when it's like, get the party started because here the ladies are together, which is
Mhm.
just so, um, you know, it's just so much fun. I'm going to have to just text my daughter quickly here because I need a presence to come and whoops. Oh no, that's not to you. I was gonna just gonna text my friend, hey, can you come look at the chickens? And he's like, he'll go like, what? I just
Your
want to say because
chickens
they
are
man,
wrestling, and so you need
Ye-
somebody to
yeah, just
get
to
an
come and
eye
stand as a presence because they're starting to, do their dominance. And I've
on.
never had them do this, like, and it's full on. One's just hanging on to there's the combs are hardly big at
Oh.
all. And they're just hanging on. And it's like, and I
Ooh.
can't stand the sound and so
Did you
that's
get a
going on.
mixed group, like a?
No,
They're supposed
all
to.
the same breed.
That's
No, I meant
really
like, are they
surprising for us.
roosters or
Not
you
so
know what
well.
you have?
Not so far. It's like it's a 90% chance that they're all pullets. So,
Okay.
there we go.
That's what I
There,
meant, like a mixed. If you knew what you had,
girls and
hens or girls or boys. I
mhm.
couldn't think of the term.
Yeah, they were really just.
Will it
It was a
grow?
long fight.
Hey, will it grow? What's up? Oh, you're in mine.
Oh, will it grow? Hang on. I'm
Yay.
just going back into here. Messages. Brampton, I need to get where I add you in. I need to get your email, which I'm sure I have it, but I am just going to forward you over if you are wanting to. I know it's late for you, but you could always come up into the chat if you want. Will it grow?
Mhm.
Oh,
Will
Dottie
it
needs some praise.
grow?
Do you want me to put them to bed?
Not quite yet, but yeah.
Will it grow? Thank you for the gardening advice on onions. I've taken it.
Yeah.
I don't use the same products as you, but the method I am using, and thank you very much. My onions are
Mhm.
turning out.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've heard that it's great. That his is one of the best.
Mhm.
And it's
For
like
sure,
that's where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
So-
where you guys need to go. Go see Will It Grow if you need onion advice
Mhm.
and onion growing tips.
Yes.
He's the master.
So is it I'm going to ask a personal question. Like, is it just because you're out in the sunshine that your hair is looking lighter, or did you lighten it, or is this,
It's maybe it's the
really,
sunshine.
it's really pretty.
My
Like
my skin
yeah.
is darker, so that helps.
okay. It does look lighter.
Yeah, your hair looks lighter. The skin
Yeah.
is kind of difficult to tell in the lighting that you're in,
Yeah,
but the
I have
hair.
light. Maybe
looks
it's because I have light right on me too. That
Yeah.
Could be, but no,
could be.
because even when I see here where the light is not,
Yeah,
it's
it's
still got
brighter.
a lighter color to it. Like it's looking
maybe
blonder.
because it's down. It's not
Maybe.
as.
How about
I
you just
think-
take the ding dang compliment and say thank you,
Yeah.
Maureen?
Say thank you.
Like
It
why
is
do
pretty.
Dang it!
I just don't understand. And you know what? I am a culprit of it too, where people are like, this is so awesome that you
Oh,
did
really,
this. And
Michelle?
and then you just kind of like, oh, well, it was just nothing and da, da, da. And instead of just like,
Well,
well, thank you.
Okay,
For
I'll
that.
take the ding dang compliment. I haven't done anything but worn it down today.
Yes, it looks very pretty. I
Looks
have seen
pretty.
it down before.
Yeah,
It
we've
just-
seen it down. It looks brighter, and she does
Yeah.
have that kind of hair. My husband has it, and so does my daughter. Once they get out
Yeah.
into the sun, or as we're getting closer to summer, they get like natural highlights. It disgusts me because my hair doesn't do that. My hair just dries out, gets frizzy,
Aw.
but they
Mine
get
does.
pretty
Yeah.
highlights. They get pretty
Yeah.
highlights.
So Stephanie wants to know what is the tip that you learned from Will It Grow? So you want to
Mhm.
just kind of expound on that?
Well, what I learned from him, he uses a specific kind of nitrogen.
Okay.
And
You
you'll
have to go over. You can't give it all away though, Laura. They
Yeah,
have to go over.
You have
and
to
watch
go
the
over
video.
to his
Okay.
video and watch. But it's while the before the bulbs are developing, nitrogen, And once the bulbs start to develop, and his might actually work a little, it's a lot easier to do his method. So I'll just say that, preface that.
Yeah.
Because my method is, if you can handle smells, you can handle my method. But yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
like Maureen's
And then
too.
water, once the bulbs start to develop, water. So
Maureen,
Okay.
Maureen just did a video on poo-poo juice, and she's like stirring it, and I'm like,
I saw that.
as if it could come across, because I know the
Right.
smell of poo-poo juice, and I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
I love your tip about putting, the browns in there too, so you have a balanced fertilizer, unlike mine that is very green. I just water mine down like crazy. But on my onions, I don't, because you won't really. And go see Will It Grow, because he'll tell you exactly how much you need.
The exact
there
amounts.
you go.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah, I just was doing last night I'm on the podcast with Sevenkin Homestead. I don't know when it's coming out, maybe sometime this week. And
Mhm.
and one thing I was talking in regards to the poo-poo juice, which he tried to name it something else, and I said,
Thank you, Miss Sarah.
you go ahead. I said, I'm hearing poo-poo juice all over the internet. People are
Right.
going, I saw Maureen's poo-poo juice, a poo-poo juice. So I said, and it's because when I've done videos in the past, we'd always go, and we're going to take our poo-poo juice. It just has a good ring to it when you have it, a
Yeah.
poo-poo juice.
Yeah.
But
For
I
me,
said, when I first
for me,
started
it's
using
duck water, because I'm using the duck water.
Yeah.
Is my
yes,
main, yeah. So
it's smelly. And
Yeah.
so what I found was, like, my first time of using it, like 3 years ago, it was like, oh my gosh, is it ever smelly? But
Yeah.
then when I started to see what it did, like I had, it was a pumpkin plant. It was all yellowing. It was about this big.
Yeah.
I put some on it. Within 4 days, I had another branch that was twice as long as the
Mhm.
yellowing one, which now was
Mhm.
starting to turn green. So when I actually smell that stench, I go,
Yeah.
smells like gold and health. So
Mhm.
Yeah. The
Dexter likes
Right.
poo-poo juice.
Yeah.
yeah, my pug used to like poo-poo juice and cat truffles, we would call them.
Oh,
Nice.
my
Yeah.
my Norman likes cat truffles.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all the dogs here all like
You
the
like poo-poo juice.
what am I going
Hey,
to call them?
Arthur.
They're what are those? Oh, what am I trying to think? What are the chocolates that are? They're a French chocolate, and they usually put a cocoa powder on them, and they're
Truffle?
truffle. Oh yeah, so this would be chicken
Mhm.
truffles. The
Yes,
dog
chicken
was always
truffles.
eating the chicken truffles.
Oh, my dogs eat the chicken truffles too, and it's really bad
Mhm.
when you're moving meat birds around. They got big
Mhm.
truffles.
Randy
Yeah.
says that you should pee in it.
Yes. That's part
That we
of
should pee in.
yeah.
We should
That's
pee
David Betted's
into.
swamp water. David the Good does that.
Mhm.
It's a
And so
permaculture thing. A pea
I would
culture.
like to know by hands up. You can put a yay or a nay. How many of you? Okay, because not everybody's making poo-poo juice, but how many of you actually pee out in the middle of your yard instead of coming in the house? Put your hand up.
Uh,
A yay, a Y for yes, or a hand for no.
I-
How many of you peed in your yard?
maybe if I had a shiwi, I would.
No, I peed right in my yard.
I
Well,
can't because
I've
of
technically peed in
the
my
angles.
yard when I was almost a mile away from my house.
me. Willie goes like me. Coffee, tea, or me. I pee.
I
in
think
my
this
yard.
is a lot easier for
I
men.
know, Brampton. I'm the same way. I'm practically in a townhouse. We're just we're that close too. There's no way I can.
Mhm.
I'll have
Mhm.
the neighbors.
And okay, again, I'm in a townhouse, but you know what? There might be some little corners that you can, but too many game cams around.
The secret. Just cover it.
Brampton says, I've peed my pants in my yard.
Oh, hey.
Well, then you know what?
Well, there you
Brampton,
go.
officially, you have peed in your yard then.
There you
Then
go.
you're
Yeah,
in the
that
club,
does count.
Brampton. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy
Yeah,
enough
Crazy
to
Life
do it.
Homestead is crazy enough to do it. But oh yeah, so Storm says
True.
too many nosy folks. Yeah,
You just
I'm
turn around fast, Barry, then, and they won't come
I'm
back.
I'm fortunate that none of my neighbors have visual, but again, I kind of go into a corner. But
Yeah.
I will one thing to say is that my daughter taught me how, because most of the time, when I think about if I need to just, take a little wee, then I'm going to try to squat. And that's the worst thing a woman can do. And basically, when you are going to go pee, you just flip like this, just bend over and let it go. And it's like, and then you don't get it all over everything. Little fancy tip on this live. That's what you get. We like to give peeing outdoor peeing tips.
Yes.
So will it grow? We're going to come back here. Onions just need lots of high nitrogen at first, and when summer solstice comes, stop the fertilizer and water heavy 2 times a week. Well, there you go. Great tip.
So okay, will it grow? Mine are starting to bulb up. Should I still give it nitrogen? Because I've heard once they start to bulb, you stop.
Will it grow?
Welcome, David Corey with crop.
And he spelled my name right.
Corey.
Oh,
Bribed
that. Never trust. No, exactly.
Yeah.
Will it grow? Gardening Warrior is just letting you know. Hello, will it grow? Not my boss. CRP.
I always, when you get involved in outside, when I do have time, I totally understand what Brampton is saying, because I push myself a little too long, and then a sneeze could definitely ruin my day if I sneezed in that moment. Yeah.
Okay, one more question for will it grow? So half of my onions are bulbing big and half of them aren't. Do I still stop the nitrogen? Because you said no, just water. No. Okay.
So again, I want to ask those in the chat, because I know some of you already said, would you participate in Naked Gardening Day? Because I have some friends who no problem, and they would go and stop and for me, absolutely not. And even though my backyard is basically protected, I would never garden naked. It's like, that's so uncomfortable and weird. And for me, for those that are, able to do it, go ahead.
So
with that, how many of you have gardened naked in your yard put a Y up if you did? Oh, and what did you do? David Corey says, I did a video today. That's awesome.
I so wanted to, but my daughter reminded me I was supposed to take her out, so I had to do that.
Yeah, I stayed fully clothed, but had a great day. I fiddled around with my plants, hardening them off. Made Joseph for lunch, edit a video. Okay. Hey, G Mama Grows. Thank you so much for coming in.
I have never and couldn't imagine with,
No, it's just like, no. I garden in a bathing suit, in my backyard. That's
what I put on today. I put on my bathing suit top, but never got out there. By the time we got home, I was like, you know what? Why don't you do the mowing, which I gave over, because my husband said he needed to mow, because when we went out, the gusts of wind, I was going to be breathing in a lot of the dirt that I was laying down. So I was like, I guess I'm not going to get my faux naked gardening short in. Bummer. Because I was basically going to go, I'm participating in Naked Gardening Day. No, I am not. I live in Florida, and I would get eaten alive because our mosquitoes are already out.
So, they're very, very bad.
And
nobody crazy.
Nobody wants to get bit in certain places.
No.
No.
Yeah.
For us, it's ticks. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're the
Yes. And
ticks.
ticks like warm spots.
Yeah. No,
So,
thank you.
no,
No,
we are not. Or no.
no. Yeah.
No.
I'll skip that. Thanks. Oh, if that's
Mm.
the case, add more fertilizer, he said. If that's the case with your onions that are smaller than the others, add more fertilizer.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again.
Over on my live last night, we had David Corey acting a little bit like concerned because we were pulling out the watermelon war seed.
Did you get your seeds planted?
No, I couldn't get out there today.
Oh,
I was
right,
lucky, very
right.
fortunate. But I will say I am going to make my mound, and now I have some chicken bones and things that are going to go in that special mound.
Oh, okay. So you're doing.
Awesome.
Are
Sounds
you
very
doing
voodoo.
the
Sounds
David the
kind of
Good method?
voodoo-ish. Sorry, Laura, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I know. I actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sounds like voodoo, but it's not. It's
No, no. You know
chicken
what? I have a
bones
couple
and
of
fish
roosters that I need to dispatch.
Oh.
bones. Are
That
you going
might
to
be a
join the
good garden
watermelon?
mound.
You going to do the watermelon wars?
Watermelon. I can't do watermelon.
Broke
I'm not
farmer, you can't do watermelon yet. You have till October to produce a very large watermelon. Watch Broke Farmer's video on watermelon wars. A lot of us, Homestead Aquarius said he
Can
might
you
even
do it even if you're not in the war thing?
What?
Hey food
It's
fork.
not. No, it's not for that. It's
Oh,
Broke
okay.
Farmer. Look up Broke Farmer's video on watermelon wars. It's
Okay,
his
I
challenge.
will.
Yeah, Homestead Aquarius might even participate. He said this year, so we'll see.
Fun.
I might, but
Lightweight.
I'm not good at growing watermelon yet. So
Well, you got on lightweight. I'll put fish bones in there too, David Corey. I might bury somebody in there. You don't know. You just don't know. Make it
Hey,
cool.
Food Force Permaculture. Thank
Hey,
you so much
Howie.
for coming in. Hopefully, I haven't missed anybody else. Did I grab you, Mike?
Howie.
Or Terry, sorry.
Hey, Terry.
Mr. Terry Jones, thank you so much for coming in.
Don't do it. Reconsider.
Yeah, because
I'm
I'm
gonna go to
missing some
Willie
things
Crow.
here.
And for my husband. Cannot mess up the organization.
Oh,
Accountant over here.
no.
So I just want to also, I had just such a great birthday week. It started last Sunday. My daughter, we had our family dinner, and so we did taco theme, and there was about 8 of us.
Oh, I love
And
tacos.
Me too.
and she did corn cheese, which like she did the street version of it, and it was I've never had it, so it's like she roasts it and then she puts a little crumbling of the white cheese in it, a little bit spicy, super tasty. We had corn tortillas, like the soft corn tortillas. I like hard shell. There was the big ones. It was just like a big mess of food. And then I did my pop-up live, and on Tuesday, Carol hit her 1,000 subscribers. So it was like, what a
so excited for you.
Yeah, it was such a fun thing. And so spending the day with all of you, that was just one of the highlights. And then my daughter and my 2 daughters and my son and I, we all went out and just, grabbed a quick meal together. So it was a great way to end my day with some of my kids. And then they all kind of contributed, and I ended up getting a set of lavalier mics and a new gimbal for my birthday.
That's what I want, the gimbal. My birthday's coming.
I have my gimbal, but I'm not using it.
Thank you, Crazy Life Homestead. And if you're not subscribed, please do, because I still need a buffer zone. And the same thing for Maureen.
Yes.
We're both going for it.
Yeah.
And you should be subscribed already to Laura, because she's like an OG by now. She just.
Can I just ask a dumb question? What does the OG mean?
I don't know.
Because everybody uses that, and it's like, just don't know what it means.
Side chat. Let's put it in the side chat. What you think?
Yeah, what is OG?
Means.
I've never been called an OG before.
Let me get rid of this. Make it full screen. Okay, so I was out. And so my birthday has continued. My one girlfriend, like, she just sent me some money, and that went towards the lavalier mics, and then 2 days later I get a gift from her, and it's this beautiful rhinestone necklace that's just absolutely super sparkly for when I'm performing. And then a dear friend of mine that I've met, we've hung out over the years,
Tony's got it.
works for CBC Radio. Well, we went out and he's just visiting. And so we went out for lunch and he goes, check this out. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you, Maggie. Congratulations. This is actually where May the 4th, because that's when she was, when she became prime minister. So it doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars. We turned it around and made it about Star Wars.
Interesting.
So I thought, well, isn't that some interesting information?
That is interesting.
Because I just thought it was, so you love street corn.
I love street corn.
Yeah, it was really,
That's right.
it was very interesting to see that and to know that. And you're like, because I just thought it was this Star Warsy thing. Okay, I gotta catch up here.
Yeah, original gangster is it? But yeah, that's so funny. Willie Crow. Oh God, no, that's not what it means. But yes, we do pray over our gardens sometimes. Lord,
Yes,
please let this one live.
absolutely.
Especially with old man. I found a
Old goat.
Or
So-
greatest of all time. Yeah.
Greatest of all. Hey, Shawnee. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Johnny.
Appreciate that. All right, I think I'm at the bottom here. Okay, so I know I've missed some parts of the chat and whatever, but anyway, yeah. So it was a real fabulous birthday week for me, and again, some of the highlights are, my kids, just getting to spend time with my kids and breaking bread with them, and then spending the afternoon with all of you here, in the homesteading community. That was a super great highlight. It made for just such a great birthday day.
Yeah.
And then Carol getting her, 1,000 subscribers. It's like, well, that is a great gift for me, to be a part of that celebration and be happy.
I know, because it really did happen on your birthday.
Birthday, yeah.
Celebration day. And then, of course,
Yeah.
I lost it because they took 6 away because, that's what they do.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
YouTube math,
Yes.
But Maureen's, again, she actually regifted the gift and her children helped make up for the ones that they took
Aw.
away, and somebody else kicked in there, and we made it. Oh, I know who it was. My child.
That's right. We went
I
and
was
and
like,
looked at our children. Listen, we need you to guys to get back. We need to get that number back up. I said, it's on my watch. It's on my birthday. She is not going below 1,000. So
Thank you.
So we went and found them. So,
Thank
okay,
you, Willie
OG
Crow.
original gangster, a person of great knowledge who makes genuine deposits in the bank of trust and keep it. They don't cap or lie.
Tara Jones. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's my
But what are
title.
you at now, Laura? Your count I keep checking in, and then it's like, oh my gosh, she's at like 2,000. Like, it's over.
2,350.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. All on your own, really, too. I mean,
Mhm.
people are
Mhm.
helping you, but I mean, you are just consistently
I know,
putting
but
out content.
I think the first big hurdle is that 1,000.
Yeah.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? And then, just consistently
I'm
working
South
it.
Florida Sunshine, if that's what you mean, looking forward to. Is that what you mean? My handle? At
Yeah,
South
you'll
Florida Sunshine right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you plug it out though, Laura. I mean, you're like every day you've got something coming out. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then you're doing shorts too on top of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know you said the puppies help, but you're still putting out that content. Somebody's putting it up, which is you, and somebody's
Right.
editing it, which is you.
I'm doing the research. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
it is like what Brampton says. It's all hard, absolutely, and and
Amen.
it's like the subs come, then they go, and your watch time hours. We're working on those, and I
Mhm.
said it's a cha-cha. It's like 1 step
Yeah.
forward, 4 steps back, 2 steps
Right.
forward, 6 steps back, 7 steps forward, and so and you just ride the wave and you just do the dance,
Yes.
Right.
and try not to get discouraged, because that's the thing, is like when you're like, I'm almost there,
Right.
I'm almost at the,
Yes.
You gotta stop looking at the numbers and just heads down, like keep them kind of moving forward like
Aw.
this,
Mhm.
I just happen to know the number because I had just looked,
Right.
because we're getting close to a paycheck. So,
Oh,
That's great.
yeah,
Steph, you are one great follower. Laurel has a really great follower
yes,
in you.
she
And I have
she's
some
an
too,
awesome
like
follower.
that I'm very
Mhm.
grateful for. We have a core group that it seems to always show up for Maureen and
Mhm.
I, and we are very grateful for them.
absolutely. Well, I
Grateful.
will say that, when I was, talking with Homestead Aquarius last night, it was between Homestead Aquarius and Broke Farmer. They, I met Homestead first and then Broke right afterwards. And, kind of within a week or so.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
two of them, opened up my world to all of you. And, and then so joining Shed Wars last year with John and Robert, having that support, it just, really helped me to flourish. It was encouraging. They just, those two gentlemen put in so much time to watch videos like them and give comments. And so it's like they sacrifice their time to help the algorithm find us. And so it was like, that was such a great thing. And then my first live was
thank you, Howie.
guest live was on Broke's channel. And that again was a great thing where I got to meet a whole bunch of people. And
Right.
so, it was
That
just
really does help getting you on the community and getting to know other people. They say it's almost better to be on other people's lives than your own. But I think, oh,
I know, right, Brampton?
I
She's
just
like, it's
noticed.
crazy when I realize how long I've known some people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, good. You heard me, Howie. Thank you so much. You gave us some tips on our watermelon.
Yeah, I was just going to go grab those up
That was
here.
great.
Watermelon are a vine with a taproot, so mounds are best with lots of sunshine with a direct sow. Heavy ground soaking with unsulfured molasses. Mix 20 parts water, 1 part molasses.
Yeah. Molasses
Well,
would be
someone
great in your
should
poo-poo
screenshot
juice.
that.
I did. Molasses would also be great in poo-poo juice.
Because I went and bought some molasses this spring.
Yeah. I have some unsulfured. But mine is not going to be in direct sun, Howie, so I have a little concern with that just because we are headed into where everything fries in our direct sunlight.
hmm
So
Yeah, will it grow? Yeah, your camera's not working right now. Okay, well, it's time to get that phone fixed. And I think
that's what I said.
Carol just kind of gave you a little
Gave
wave
you
of
the
her
finger.
finger. So, Bob!
He is a bit busy too. He doesn't like to say so. Hey, Bob! Yeah, they are a big
Okay.
pain.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so
hi.
gotcha. I don't know anyone's government name. I'm a recent follower in the last couple of weeks. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Carol needs to just put her name Carol beside that South Florida sunshine. Like, how hard is that, Carol?
Okay. I don't
Because
know.
like, look at Laura Hedgehog, Homestead, Maureen, Deep in the Dirt. Carol, your name's South.
I'm secretive. I don't think people need to know my name. My real name.
I agree, Carol. We don't need to know. People don't need to know that your
Okay.
name is Carol, and so we're just
Yeah.
going to keep your name quiet. We won't say
We're just
Carol
gonna-
when we introduce you.
And that it's
you know.
spelled, we don't need to know it's spelled with an E on the end because it takes, some people some time for that. And that's okay. But once we, sound it out as Caroli, it seems like they get it. But I mean, they don't need to know that. Let me see if I
Oh,
can fix it.
hey, Marty. I guess you were stepped away, and I'm glad you're coming back.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I
Hey,
can.
Marty.
I don't think I can fix it. Let me see. Oh, here. Yes.
Love
No,
the Land Homestead. I like that name.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Marty.
You might
She
be.
says, I don't.
I got it. Hold on.
You might be what? Sorry.
You might be into permaculture. Is that what I'm getting from that name? Love the Land. Permaculture.
Well, she is a Canadian. And Brampton says, I don't have to behave on other people's channels. No, you don't. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, to the stage, J3Gs.
Hey,
ladies, how we doing? How we doing?
we're not looking at your toes tonight from our side, huh? Usually J3 goes to bed and puts us on the TV when it's late at night sometimes, that's
Yeah.
if we could actually look through the screen
But
and
when
see
you
people.
I doubt if you see my toes.
Okay. Well,
No,
just
you
saying.
do see your toes. You're
We'll
looking
see them.
at your toes and then looking over us at
Yes.
us, is what she's saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Since
But
my
I did
TV
just-
is up like
Mhm.
this.
Oh, then that's even scarier. If you put it the same way, you're like, oh, okay. You guys
Uh-huh.
gotta take the screen away. That's
Mhm,
funny.
mhm. So I do want to
Good to see
talk
you.
about the gnats because I have basically figured out how to and this is for indoors, right? Is what I'm more
Mhm.
speaking about. And you can take it or leave it, but I've been using this product for years, but I want to have the English side for sure. So what I'm using is this
The
called Konk 409D. So it does have it basically it contains an insecticide derived from the chrysanthemum flower. And
Oh,
the thing
okay.
that I use is this dispenser, and this will do like a metered spray every 7 minutes. And I
Okay.
usually can get away with just letting it go for 3 days. So it's inside here. 3 days, and then I just shut it off. This has made such a difference to the gnat population in my greenhouse studio. I've been, like I said, I've been using it for years. If we had spiders or anything in the house, we would just let it spray for a couple of days. And I
What's
do
the
know
product
the
name again? Can you say it?
Konk. Now, the only thing is, I went researching it for it on Amazon,
Yes,
and you can't
that's what I
get it
was-
in the States.
Oh crap! That's what I was
Yeah.
looking up. Of course
But
not.
I think so what I did is I did go and because I can get it in Canada. So in the description of this live, there is a link, and it is my Amazon
Okay.
associates link. So I do get a couple of pennies from it if you do purchase it. So I would imagine that you could purchase it from Canada. But I am just finding because I've got the sticky tape. I've done where I've put the peat, the gravel
Mhm.
on top of the plants, and they're still they're just creepy crawling, and that's been a big discouragement for me with starting new plants. And
Yeah,
so
I've had a really, 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 really bad time this year with gnats. It's just
yeah, and
Yeah.
and they'll decimate my peppers as the peppers come up.
Mhm.
And so for the last week, I've let it spray for a couple of days.
Mhm.
And then I just shut it off. And it's like there is just very few. The other thing I am doing is I'm trying not to water from above. I have all my seedlings in big boot trays.
Yeah.
And so I just water from there. So the watering is coming from below. So that I think is also helping. But
You
I've been
also-
doing that all along.
Also need to
Go
make
ahead.
sure that you don't have any just water just sitting there though under your trays
Mhm.
because they can still want to
They
stick
love
around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So the thing is that when I first started using this is what they'll use in restaurants. They'll have it in their kitchens, or in, food processing places. The
Mhm.
only thing that you can't have it near is you can't have it with raw meat. So if you're preparing raw meat, you do not want to spray it, but it can be around your pets, around wherever. It's totally fine. And like I said, it's a chrysanthemum based product. It does
Ah.
have, it says
I don't want that in the-
paraffins,
Mhm.
piperolum, butt
Pyrethian,
oxide.
isn't it?
Sorry,
Pyrethian or
pyrethian.
pyrethian?
I don't think I'm going to get it steady enough to make it
Okay.
focus in on that. Nope, I can't.
Okay.
But I could go look it up and share it up. And so
Yeah, do that because I can't get the CA one.
I don't want that where a meat gnat.
I did just find that in our Amazon, and you might be able to do this too, besides just the spray, is you can get the dried chrysanthemum, and maybe I wonder if you can do it like a tea down below.
add it into water.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And do like the little trap, like they say you can do vinegar water with the
Yeah,
vinegar
that
water
never
trap.
works for me.
But I wonder if if
Chrysanthemum tea instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Laura, I like your thinking. But I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if we could just
Mhm.
put the chrysanthemum flowers. Hold on, I was going to share it, and the
I'm just
dried
gonna see if
flowers
I can.
in that tray, and it would
Mm-hmm.
help deter them. Here's the dried flowers that are available in the U.S. They're about
Okay.
$13.99, but it's very small amount. It says it's 3 ounces.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know how big the flower balls, the dried flower
But are
balls
they
are.
wanting you to drink this tea? Oh, you're drinking
Yeah,
this
they say
tea.
you can.
That's
So
that's
that's
what it looked like.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I wonder why it can't be around meat then if we can drink the tea.
Well, it's not just the chrysanthemum. I'm gonna bring
Oh,
up the
that's the
other.
pyrith. Yeah, when you said pyrithian, that's usually
Mm-hmm.
not an organic, I don't think. Somebody
Yeah.
needs to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder
You
if
can
you
So
bring
could,
up yours. You can bring up yours,
yeah.
lady.
okay. So I'm gonna bring this one up. So you do have to. It's your own due diligence.
It might be,
Yeah. I don't.
Shawnee.
Maybe you
She's
guys aren't
saying
gonna be able to.
we have pyrid, she said, insecticide aerosol. It might be very
I'm gonna
similar.
try to give it its whole page. Let's
Right,
see
Miss
if we can.
Sharon? Grow our own and dry them. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So does that help for seeing the words
Yeah.
better?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it
See.
is pyrithians or parathians,
Perithins.
Mm-hmm.
parathorns, piperolona buck oxide, and octyl bicyclone pethine.
What kind of language
And
you speaking?
I am
It's
I'm
called
speaking
it's called Scientese.
Yeah,
scientist.
Scientese after a few drinks. Yes.
Dicarboxamide. So I don't know if like I said, I've been using it for years in my house, but it was like, okay, I'm done with these flipping gnats. And so
Oh, Miss
anyway,
Sharon.
I do believe that this is
Things
the
like home.
new dispenser. Like I still have the old style dispenser. And actually I don't think this is not the one that I listed because I think this one's quite a bit more expensive. So anyway, I'm just finding that it's like the gnat population, and even though like I do still have water in some of my trays, the gnat population is minimal inside the studio, which is great. So just letting
That's
it
awesome.
spray for a couple of days, it's
This is
making
one that was
such a difference.
recommended by the chat. Um, but I'm going to say this is a glue trap. You could probably do this yourself with, we were
Mm-hmm.
just talking about it, Vaseline on even cardstock and a light
Oh
shining on it.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Just
didn't
shine a
someone say
light
use
on
a
it. Yeah, I
yellow
said
cup?
the yellow, but I haven't
Yeah.
found any yellow solo cups. Go figure. They're always red or blue in my
Right,
area. I don't know.
right.
Party people don't like yellow in this area. They just beer pong is not yellow down here. Sorry.
No, it's not.
I just
No.
have those traps, those sticky traps all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can get sticky traps
And then
cheaper.
we
I
have these little
Oh, Brampton
machines.
said the Vaseline never worked for her. Did you try it on the solo cup, Brampton? On the yellow? Because there seem to be attracted to yellow, because even the sticky traps are yellow that we buy. I'm sorry, go ahead, Laura.
That's a gnat machine right there, that little light thing.
Mhm,
So it's
mhm.
got a light and then it traps them. There's a little vinegar on the bottom. Then it traps
Oh.
them on sticky stuff.
Yep, I do
Yeah,
have that.
Yeah, that idea.
I have that in my kitchen, and it grabs some of them, but it doesn't grab all. So I have that, and then right beside it, I have the apple cider
Thanks,
vinegar
Shawnee.
in the in the cup with the plastic
Mhm.
over top. But I have the sticky tabs, and I know that Will It
Yes.
Grow? He's saying I've got fans. I have fans blowing, on in within the place. I've tried the pumice stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm still fighting it. And it was like this is the first time where it's like, okay, And you can, because I let it be in my house even when we're in the house. It's not like
Mm.
but right now I let it, spray for a couple of days and then I go shut it off. And
I'm
I
more
think,
worried about the cicadas right now.
I
But,
don't know if
how
they
big are
really gonna
they?
chew on stuff or do they just land on things?
they chew on stuff, I think.
I
Well, they
don't-
say they can devastate your like seedling or your small trees.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
trees and shrubs, and
I just
so
never.
yeah.
Yeah. So
We saw our first one today.
right. Brampton says she's using the indoor
Hmm.
potting mix. And actually, once I switched over to it's a soil starting potting mix is what I did. I think there is a lot more cleanliness to the soil as opposed to
Mhm.
when I'm bringing in the composted soil that I like to bring in. But it's
Right.
like, there's no nutrition in what I'm starting my seeds in. And I didn't start them all in this, but I did find that was also a help. But then once I'm now bringing in the other stuff,
Mhm.
the gnats are there. So I do not know if pyrid insecticide aerosol is the same thing. So
I'm looking. Oh wait, it came up. Reliable cleaning services in America has it, but it's really pricey. Oh no, you can get 12 of them. So you would have to buy like 12,
Hmm.
which is 43.14. So yes, you can check online. What I did was I just copy and paste. What Shawnee put in, which was all the ingredients to the spray, put it in the Google.
okay.
And
So can you send me that? Because
comes
then
up.
if it's on
Yes, it
Amazon.com,
does. It's not. It's not.
okay. So
It's
okay.
no, it's another.
Now my method is real cheap.
What do you do?
See that Scott, that tape, boxing tape?
Yeah.
Love it.
I get a hanger and I bend the hanger or I break it in half and make a tripod. And I just run the tape around it and set it over the pot.
Smart J3. I love it.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
love it.
I'm
Really,
trying to
really.
save a dime. I'm not trying to.
Did you do a video on it?
No,
So
ma'am. I don't have.
Sure.
I don't
We
have
need a
anything.
short. We
I
need
don't
a
have
short.
anything in here right now.
Okay. But we
But,
need a make believe short. Just make believe.
Not a problem.
Just stick a stick with greenery into a pot and pretend. There you go.
Mhm. Well, I
Now
I would
you
do
want
the
me to lie to all these subscribers I have.
Of course not. Just it's an
the problem
example. You could
is
put
is
recreation.
Right.
Recreation.
No, this is what I do.
There you
Yeah.
go.
the problem for me
Hey, go ahead.
is I plant so flippin' much. Like I was potting up probably about 40 tomatoes. And then just yesterday it was 12 cucumbers of one variety. I still have to do another couple of varieties of cucumbers. And then there's all the squashes. So I would be doing a lot of taping. And then once I pot them up, then it's more taping. And then once okay, now I'm ready. So if I was doing a small tape would be great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brampton, I would, the thing is that you could let the spray, well, you're not having a problem with gnats, but if you were, I would just let it spray during the day. And then, a couple of hours before you go to bed, you just shut it off or shut it off, by 4 o'clock. So anyway, I think they bloom in the fall. So drying them for next spring might be an option. Very good.
I think
Yeah.
that's a great
Shut
idea.
it off and be in the bed on cloud 9.
Wait, aren't chrysanthemums? They sell them they're mums. They sell them in fall. Tons of them. So yeah. Yes, Miss Sharon.
Actually, I have a bunch of dried ones.
There you go.
Then
you can be the first experimenter.
Yeah, if I can find where I put them.
Yeah, that's always the way.
I have so many like dried stuff up here.
Might have some chrysanthemums.
Cool.
Brampton says I would vacuum them. I'd be just standing there the whole day.
Yeah.
With my shop vac. So Shawnee says, my growing room is also in my bedroom. I've had to just use sticky traps and count down the days till everything's planted outside.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I just-
I agree to that, but it was when they just decimate my peppers, that just
Oh, yeah.
beyond.
Mhm.
And so it's just
They
like
don't-
the peppers, you know, it's like, hey, we're here, and then like, oh my gosh, we're just covered in these gnats.
Mhm.
It's like,
Thanks, Miss Sharon, for
eh.
clarifying. We're talking about paint and solo cups to do try that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Larvae
just
suck
the
juices
larva.
from the plant roots. Just adults suck fluids from woody shrubs
Woody
and
shrubs.
trees.
Oh, okay. Yikes.
So
they-
and so that's outside though, right, Laura?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
that's
get.
another
Go
thing.
ahead.
People say boiling water over the soil
I've
before
heard that
planting.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
also people have done the
But you know what?
boiling.
I do that. I
I
do
don't-
that when
I
They
poured
do it.
boiling water.
Yeah.
I put it in the oven. I've also microwaved it and also barbecue grilled it.
Your soil to
The soil,
get
the
rid of
dirt,
the
the dirt.
get rid of the stuff. Yeah.
But believe it or not, after a while,
Hmm.
it kind of non-void,
Mhm.
because that's what I did all that, and when I was in the other room. But after about a month, it seemed like it just put them to sleep.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, that's like. Go ahead.
They do have, like, they're only in a day cycle, right? So depending on what level that they're at, it's, you know, you've got the egg, you got the you know, the adult, and then they're laying more eggs. And so if it didn't catch one of the eggs and one of the adults, you know, like they
Yeah.
just breed like rabbits. Hey, Soblaz, thank you for coming in, and girl dad cooking up deliciousness. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, girl, Dad.
Good night, Brampton Gardner.
Good night,
Have a
Brampton.
good sleep.
Good
Thanks for
night.
coming in.
I'm wondering, like, with J3's idea about the tape, if you can just tape the tape right over your pot
Mhm.
to catch a bunch of them, so they don't go
Right.
into full adult mode cycle along with doing those other things.
I've
Like,
seen people do that before.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like on the out, so they put it like one on a strip on each side of the plant, and then they tape the tape down, because you're putting the sticky side out
yeah,
next
In
to the
and
plant.
out.
Like
yeah,
here's your plant coming through, and
yeah,
this is the tape, you know, and then
Yeah.
you got to tape that tape down. I've done
Yeah.
that when I was having a really bad problem once.
Oh, it gets a bunch of fly tape, Shawnee said. The old-fashioned fly tape,
Mm-hmm.
Shawnee. Yeah, I bet, because it's yellow.
I had that, but the wife didn't like that being in the house.
Mm.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
are
I
kind
don't.
of
It's
ugly.
disgusting, but
Yeah, they are ugly. And yeah, the dead bugs on them don't help for the looks.
I don't know. I like when it's like
Aw, Shawnee.
when I see you know, a whole bunch of dead bugs. I'm happy. It's like, oh, good, those are gone.
mm-hmm.
You know, I'm grateful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dalmatian chrysanthemum is the strongest according to Google, the white petaled one. Ah, okay.
Very cool. Thanks for that info.
Yeah.
I think hey, Moon over Miami. Thanks for
Hello.
coming
You're up
in.
late.
Awesome. I think I have caught up with the chat now. I did want to know that, because I missed, you know, because you said, will it grow? You said, well, I'll be damned. He is smart. So who was so smart? Oh, maybe you were just complimenting J3's. So.
Yes, I do have a genius level, but I try not to use YouTube.
I agree.
There you go.
I agree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to the stage, let's bring in
7:30.
Okay.
Storms, Radios, and Cats. I got a cough.
Meow.
Okay.
I've
Hey,
never had
Storm.
anybody get choked up for me coming up on panel.
Right. J3, you were saying you got your YouTube doctorate. Is that what you were saying?
No, yeah, I was saying my education level is a 732, something like that. That I got that genius mentality.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I can't use it too often because then I might get kicked out of folks' chat.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Got the Mensa smarts going on. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Is
Yep.
savant of the group.
Yes.
Hey, Rob Painless, thanks for coming in. We really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
Yep.
And I think, was there someone else that just came in besides Storms, Radies, and Cats?
Needless.
I thought I got Rob, but if I didn't, welcome, Rob.
Hey, Angie just arrived. Hello, Angie.
Welcome in.
It's me, Angie. Yeah, so J3, he was saying he had no idea he was that clever. Oh.
All right.
Yeah. Oops, no, I didn't want that one. I wanted to say, hello, it's me, Angie. Hello, it's me, Angie. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining in with us. I'm not sure whose channel you're on. Yeah. So maybe Laura's. So we are, this is streaming from 3 different channels. It's
okay. Laura has one open. All right. I didn't know. Okay.
Yep. And so
I didn't run it because I didn't intend to be up here that long.
You know what? You still get your butt up here and just do it anyway. Doesn't matter if
somebody calling my name. Somebody calling my name and it ain't the wife.
Yeah. So thank you, Marty. I think that's good. The verify the usage info for safety. And and I appreciate you getting back to me, and I can, share it again in the group for during another live in case it is something bad. But I haven't grown a 3rd horn or anything. I just have my 2 regular horns. The 3rd one has not shown up, and I've been using this for years, and it is sometimes hard to get.
You've been stumbling on easy words now.
Because I'm not as wise as you, says. What's the problem is? So,
she's not the genius.
I'm not the genius. I leave it to you, sir. I just, I just show up and kind of look a little pretty. That's all. That's my job.
And that will get you through. That will get you through.
Yes. Some of us do have a 3rd horn, Rob Painless, but I don't have a 3rd one.
Me, Angie.
And so it's me, Angie says, I have content on my channel and I was just looking on YouTube and I saw you were live. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Content creator. A lot of us in here are content creators, Angie. Welcome in.
Most of us are.
Most of us are.
Angie, are you doing what is your niche with your content?
I could answer that.
Oh, okay.
It's like coming over to your neighbor's house, sitting down, having a cup of coffee with them, and catching up on everything.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Is she part of the art community too? It looks like or no? She just you go and hang out. It's a good hangout channel.
Yeah, it's just a good hangout channel. Yeah.
Well, welcome in.
Did I tell it right, Angie?
We're gonna find out shortly.
Close,
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like a "Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor?" channel. I like it. Very
it's a
nice.
lovely day in the neighborhood.
That's what I was thinking of when I saw it.
Would you be mine? Could you be
GT.
mine? GT goes at Alaska. I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to be in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Awesome.
That's such a lovely song.
Your mom or dad taught you that song when you was growing up. You don't know nothing about that show. You don't know nothing about that show.
Oh, yes, she does.
Of course I do. Of course I do. That one's been around for a while.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Trolley. Ching, ching.
Yeah.
I love Trolley.
Yeah.
Trolley.
Yep. Pastor Fred Rogers, I believe it was. I think he was a minister, wasn't he? He was a minister.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know
he was.
actually.
He was a minister.
Okay, someone's gonna Google it and just to confirm. But I believe you,
Yes.
Carol.
Yeah.
Caroli.
Corolla.
Carole.
I am the convertible of the Corolla.
GT Junior. Hey, buddy.
I know. Doesn't she make every song better?
Thank you, GT.
We
That
can't go back in time and have her sing it all over now, GT.
I know.
So it's only going to
Right.
improve. It's only going to improve.
That's
Yeah,
right.
rewind.
Presbyterian minister. There we go. Thank you, Shawnee Shave.
Oh, there we go.
And
And he was also a Navy vet.
I was watching
Yeah, he was a
GT
veteran.
today.
Yes, he was a veteran.
Watching you, GT. GT had a live, and he also has a new challenge. I just
Oh,
gotta find
what's
the right garbage can for it. Hashtag garbage can pepper. You gotta help me with the hashtag, GT.
What's his GT? Can you not come up and tell us this new challenge? I have sent you. I have emailed you the link, darling. Do, 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 do. He is just laughing out loud. Do, 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 do. This is interlude music while GT figures out if he's coming up or not.
Here.
Jazz hands,
I
everybody.
know. That's what I do usually when she sings, because I can't do anything else other than, like pretend like I can dance with my hands.
Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça, é ela minha que vem, que passa, no novo salanço caminho do mar. GT Junior to the stage.
Baby GT.
GT.
All right, GT, time for you to sing now.
That's right.
Hey, big introduction. Hey, big introduction like that. You need to finish the song.
In Portuguese.
That's too funny.
I don't even know all the English language, so I know you
right.
want me to do that one.
That's right.
But
Oh yeah, I'm
You want
singing
my hash-
Cinco de Mayo.
That's right. Tomorrow. Go ahead, GT.
my hashtag is trash can peppers. It's hydroponics. That's what it is. It's taking a trash can wherever, however, what kind, size, and anything like that. And we just wanted to do something different. So we have 2 challenges. I only posted the one. We're gonna post another one, me and Mike. So it's just growing a jalapeno in a trash can, hydroponic. That's all.
That's
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say the word hydroponics,
Mhm.
all
You
Marina
lose
Harris
me.
says, what, 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 what,
Yeah.
what, what, what.
Now
I
we
grow
have
up in dirt.
Goes way, far away.
That is beyond.
Marine does not understand.
me.
Duval's girl.
That's it. Duval.
Hey, Duval.
we have another
Kitty
challenge. It involves hydroponics as well. Sorry, but when I was posting right before I posted the video, I was doing some edits and stuff like that to it. I told Mike, well, I was thinking that I was gonna reach out to Mike and say, hey, let's do something in soil, So eventually we'll come out with a soil challenge, just to, just to, mingle with others and stuff,
Mhm. So
Yeah,
why is it in a garbage can?
Mix it up.
Me and Mike was having a conversation, Mike's Chaotic Garden. We was having a conversation about something, and it just came up, and it was like, let's do it. And this was like 3 months ago or something like that. Yeah. So
And maybe
Somebody
because
said throw it in
garbage.
the trash, huh?
what?
Somebody said throw it in the trash, so you decided to make a trash can thing, huh?
We was talking about
Kidding.
another gardener, Peter Stanley. He does.
Filthy
Oh,
dirt.
Mike's in the chat. What's up with you,
Yeah, he said that dirt is filthy, so you thought of garbage.
Mike? Yeah.
Too funny.
So we was talking about somebody, and they were talking about it. So they had great production, and we said, let's try it. So yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I was saying I
know it.
wanted to join, but the only garbage can I have right now that I want to like get rid of possibly has that step. So there's just holes in the bottom
Yeah.
of all my water.
Mm. Oh no.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
No,
That wouldn't work. I could maybe
no,
put a
no.
garbage bag in there, but I don't know how healthy that would be. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure if that would eventually break down in, South Florida heat. And
Mm.
I guess the plant would kind of cleanse it by the time it got to the peppers. The plant would filter it
Mhm.
out, but
Right. Or would the plastic leach into
yeah,
the
that's what I don't know.
water?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably gonna go for a trash can that I don't have to do that with.
Mm.
Trash can jalapeno.
Trash
Yeah.
can happiness might get 10
Oh,
feet tall. Oh.
or
Oh.
die.
Well,
That's the fun. Okay.
or they could get 10 feet tall, or
Or
they could die.
yeah.
So it's
Well,
taking trash about somebody else's trash. So that's what
that's
really happened. So they were talking trash about somebody else's trash. Mm.
mhm. Saying somebody else's jalapenos were trash. Hey, yeah, why don't we grow them in trash can? Yeah.
I am gonna step down, guys. I'm starting to get really
Oh,
drunk.
Yes,
okay.
it is. It's late for many of you. So thank you, Laura, for coming and hanging out
All
with
right.
us.
It was a blast. I wish
It's
I
good
could
to
come up
see you.
more, but the late
Yeah.
Have a
nights.
good
Yeah.
one, Laura.
Yeah, and the
Bye,
cool
guys.
thing, Laura, is
Yeah.
even
Don't put
though
a time
when
for
you
me.
once you leave, Laura, the thing is that your channel stays connected to us until I end
Yeah.
the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Wow.
were observing that because even when you've left
You
before, it was
belong
like
to us.
Mhm.
it's like it still keeps going. So
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
which is
There
cool.
is a way to end it. I forget somebody told me how to do it, and I
But
did it
why? You
on
know,
troops. Yeah, but
Yeah.
why do it unless you're getting trolled? Like if there's times when there's heavy troll activity in YouTube, that's the only time you really need to
Yeah.
close it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just to
because
protect
it's like you might as well benefit from this time. And
Yeah.
if you've got people in your chat that are still here, then
Yeah.
they're
Right.
still part of it. And
I gotta
you're
figure
also
out how to get it on mine, so when you guys come on mine, you can do it too.
Maureen or I can
Mhm.
show you. J3 showed us. So we just
Okay.
Mhm.
pass on the love. So
The
pass on that.
genius.
That
Cool.
genius. That's
Mhm.
right. We pass on
It's,
that
it's
genius.
that high rating.
That's it.
It is.
that
It
that
is.
high brain capacity thinking.
I can see
All
it
right.
swelling right now.
I've never
It is the
trash.
saying, go to sleep, boy, go to sleep.
Good
I'm fighting.
night, you guys. Love
Night,
y'all.
Laura.
Good night.
Hi, Laura.
What exactly is that, Rob? I've never had
I'm
trash.
getting ready to leave too. I'm put
Okay.
y'all on the TV and watch it from
Yeah,
the
you
TV.
are.
All right.
Mhm.
Gonna watch us through the
So
toes. Okay.
y'all be blessed and have a good one.
You
Thank
too,
you.
I
You
JC.
see you in
too,
the
sir.
streets.
All
You will
right.
see us in the streets.
Like
Thank
a
you for
It
coming
must
up.
be tiring to, strut that IQ muscle up
Actually,
there.
I do this.
Tires
Yeah.
you out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have a
And
good
you
one,
have a good
J3.
night.
And then there was 4. But
All right.
Trash can jalapeno is fun, but trash can punch provides a more predictable result.
I've never had that. I don't
Mm,
think I've ever had trash
How do I
can
follow the
punch.
jalapeno in a trash can? How do I follow the? Oh well, Angie, your best thing to do is to go and check out GT Junior Grows It Alaska. You
If
go and find his channel
yeah, I
and
was
subscribe to it, and that
I
will
was
be
gonna
your.
say maybe GT can go into yours if he was in yours before. Oh, he's on his phone though, just to do the diva, the hashtag diva.
Do hashtag
Uh,
diva. Are you
or
on? Are you on?
but
or
but first, you don't have
yes.
to subscribe to my channel. You can just go look, okay? Okay, you don't have to subscribe. I No, I'm serious. Like I want people that really want to watch a little bit. I mean, out of a year, please come and watch a video one time. That's all I ask for. Come on,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't
You
want
don't want
just
that.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel some kind of way sometimes. Like I went to somebody's channel. Um, I'm not gonna say what day, but I went to somebody's channel and they had 13,000 subscribers, and they
Mhm.
had so many videos, and it was 4 people in the chat, and I'm like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
I
want
don't
that
want those
either.
kind of numbers. I want
Me
I want
neither.
a nice portion of people to be in my chat to have a
Yep.
conversation with me. You know,
Yes.
I
I agree.
want y'all to drive the conversation and we have an extraordinary time. You know,
I agree.
You want it, people that if you want to be in our community, be in our community.
Exactly.
You know.
Mother
We
to
don't.
it.
Yeah.
don't
Mhm.
just give me a sub just because you think I want it. I don't. I don't
Yeah.
need it that
No.
bad. I know how to
Hold
talk
up.
to
Hold up.
myself and
I
be
gotta go
happy.
take my sub away. I gotta take my sub. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take my sub
No,
away.
Barry, don't do it like that, man. I like you, man. Don't do that.
No, you know I wouldn't do that.
Engagement. That's the word. Thank you, Mike. Yes, we want engagement, not just a
Yes.
Yeah.
number, not
Yeah.
just a
There you
sub.
go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't want it like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
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 Because
No. Yeah.
people
Absolutely.
hmm And it doesn't look good on the analytics anyway when you've got all those subs and then you're getting like 40 views on the video when it comes out and you've got like 13,000
Yeah.
subs. Something's odd with that.
yeah.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna
I'm
go and try to
totally
get
with
it.
you. We were just saying that, GT, that we have a core group of people that we enjoy. Like last night, we had such a good live, and we have such good lives with Eva.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know which way it's going to go, but because we're all friends, it's allowed to go that way. We listen to like it's allowed to go that way. We listen to each other. We try to check each other out and see what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
support one and support. We have that support for each other.
Yep.
But yeah, like just like when you came in, I knew you had another challenge. I was fortunate enough to be able to sit down and do some, YT before Divas Live, and I didn't know my Renaissance grandma. Like, I did not get a notification. She did a video on making like vegetarian crab cakes for me because I have
Mm.
food sensitivities too, and the gout-like symptoms. If you have those, if you possibly have gout, you're supposed to stay away from shellfish, even though I made shrimp tonight, but
Which was gorgeous.
thank you. Oh, yeah, little black bean, little Spanish kind of flavors in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was floored, but I saw it because I went over and I saw she had an herbal live, a live on herbs, and I was watching that, and I'm scrolling her channel, and I'm like, what? Why did because that makes me feel bad because I don't want her to ever think I'm ignoring something that she's adding at me. She added at my
Mm-hmm.
channel and I totally missed it because I'm on this mostly. I'm not on this. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I
I
messed
agree.
up as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
I went to my mentions and I got mentions from months ago that I forgot to.
I
Yeah.
I don't like how they do that. I wish they would just kind of put it somewhere, I don't know,
I
easier.
messed up.
I wish it would stay at the top of our notifications if it's at us until we actually
Right.
go to that video. I wish there was a way they could do that.
Do they not email them out? Do you not get your
Who
notifications emailed out?
checks email? Does somebody check email? Am I supposed to do that?
What email? What's
What?
email?
I have a hard enough time with
Email. What
email.
is email?
Oh, okay. That's the
View subs
ratio.
ratio is normal. For 1,000 subscribers, you can expect around 100 video views on a video. Okay,
Mm.
that's
Some people aren't getting
that's a
that
good.
though, Rob. It's
I'm
crazy.
talking about
Yeah.
1 to 2%. That's what I'm referring
Yeah.
to.
I've seen it.
The 5 and 10%, that's a usual, video
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
people are busy, people,
Yeah.
all kinds of things. We can have any reason, but
Yep.
1 and 2% and it's consecutively, that would
Yes.
bother me.
That would bother
I,
me
I would
too.
wonder like why, you
Yeah.
know.
What I said or did that they're not coming back.
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
what?
Come here.
Or are
Mm.
well, no, because YouTube usually is pretty good. They don't get rid of the trolls, but if they notice somebody is a bot that's on your channel, they'll remove those. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think some of these people buy them to make their channel look big. I hate to say it, but it's true. It does happen. I wouldn't do it
Mm-hmm.
because they can take your channel away for that. But I don't
Right.
think I
Yeah.
'Cause
So Gardening Warrior. Oh, sorry, Carol. Keep
Go ahead.
going with
No,
that.
no.
Oh.
I was
No,
just
no,
saying,
no.
like, that's corporations will do that. With their corporation, they will buy engagement, and then people will see, oh, look at this bit. What's this? And
Right.
they'll sub because they see there's all that interest there.
Right.
And people on YouTube
Yeah. And I'm with you. It's like, no, I want people that want to hang out with me.
yeah.
You know, the difficult part though with that for in my
Well,
world is that many of my subscribers are other content creators, which are
yeah.
just as busy as me. And so you don't always get to go and watch. And what you need to be finding is those people that are the watchers that aren't making content. And it's like, how do you find those people? You know, my friend, Simple Season, Lisa is her name. And, you know, she got monetized, I think, within a year and a half or so. And
Yeah.
with hers, you know, she's at, I'm sure, well, last time I looked, she was at 20 or 25,000 subscribers. But the majority of her subscribers are all that organic watchers. They are not other, she goes, I have very few content creators. And she's in her own little world. She doesn't do lives and those kinds of things. So, yeah, Gardening Warrior, the one thing Broke Farmer said, he said to always post at 5 o'clock. And I think I do see sometimes, excuse me, that you do post at 5, you know, Pacific Standard Time, because 5 or 6, because that's when people are getting home. I have heard someone say post at 11 a.m. or 3 p.m. because that way you're getting, you know, when we're all in different time zones, you're getting somebody in there, I guess.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. It's like, I don't know when's the best time. So I've just been doing 5 o'clock. So, hey, my Renaissance grandma.
Yeah, okay. So
I
you
do it
post
when it's convenient.
That's right. No.
Yeah, I
yeah.
do too. But I'm now I have a question. I mean, you post at 5 o'clock, and then let's say GT posts at 5 o'clock. Let's say Carol posts at 5 o'clock, and Gardening Warrior.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, how many eyes you all got?
Oh, thank you. Looking forward to
I mean, we only got 2.
That's true.
We only
Yeah,
got
yeah.
2.
It is hard
That's
to
true.
keep up. Yeah.
I can't
hard to keep up.
multitask to that level. One at a
No,
time.
that's
for
true.
me,
But
because
for the
I'm
most part,
learning.
most of the time though, none of us are all gonna post on Monday at 5 o'clock. We're not all, you know, doing that. It's gonna be spread out, you know.
Yeah. Ow.
But I'm not saying 5 o'clock is the time. I just went fine because it's
Oh,
5
no, I'm
o'clock
not, and
here.
I'm
Then
not
it's
like I'm not trying to be negative about the time. I'm just saying it's just like saying I don't want to go live when someone else is going live. Well, there's like a billion people live.
yes. Yeah, that part is hard. You know, I think I was doing a premiere, and it was like right at the same time as Broke Farmers doing a live. And you're like, that was poorly planned, Maureen. And so the YouTube viewers are fickle. There is absolutely no telling which videos will get watched and which ones won't. I've given up trying to predict it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why doing it organically is the best.
I'm being attacked.
oh, not with the one in your hand. There must be another one at your foot.
They both were at the same time. It's like, oh, Dad's doing something. Let's attack him.
Right. It is at dinner time for you and I, Gardening Warrior, but it's 8 o'clock Eastern time and 7 o'clock Mountain time. So
Like, go play with your sister.
thank you.
There.
Looking forward to you're a watcher fan of all of us. We love you. We all need lots of you. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I mostly schedule mine. So once a video is done, then I schedule it. I try to be consistent, and I put my long form videos on Mondays, and if I'm doing one for my series, it'll go up on Thursdays if I have another one.
Please.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So Miss Sharon says, I like it when several drop videos at the same time. That way I can watch one after the other, you know, for a while.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I want to do that. I want to do that. I have videos from last year.
Right.
Terrible. I don't have, like, it takes a lot of time to edit a video, even if it's just putting in just the
Mhm.
transitions or adding the music. And sometimes
Mhm.
the way I talk with my hands.
Mm.
So you're trying to
Mhm.
get that beat, that cadence with your cadence. So it
Right.
takes a little time. And then you got to find the dates and everything. It's a lot of things that go into making a video that you enjoy. You're the people that's watching, they might, but I enjoy editing. I do,
Oh,
but it's time consuming. I
yes, it
do, I
is.
really do. But
Yeah.
it takes time. I have videos from last year that I haven't done. I got videos of I got so many videos and I just
Wow.
don't have the time.
Mm.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, I would
today
never
I
get that point where I would be, trying to grab the beat to going with whatever I was doing. If it happens, then you go great because that you go, that's a nightmare and a half and a half and a half to try to line up music. So, what else were you going to say there, GT?
I went to see my guy. He's the raspberry and strawberry guy.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, so I had to go see him. And
Mm.
he likes to take me for a tour every time. So I always know that I need to set aside an hour to 2 hours to, walk around his property and talk with him. So that's what we did. And
Awesome.
he has his own compost with the horse. And yeah, we had a good time. We talked. He showed me all his property. He offered me a job. And he
Oh.
can't pay me enough, first of all.
Right.
but but
Well,
I'm gonna
thank you. Bless you for for offering me a job. Thank
I
you.
was I was but he did offer, because he knows how to do a lot of stuff. I've seen him build things. I've seen some of the structures that he's built, and I lean on him when he starts talking. I'm just quiet and I'm listening to him. So I was telling him about cuttings and rooting those and stuff like that, and he told me about some cuttings that he wanted rooted. So when I have a day, probably on a Monday or whatever, I'm gonna shoot over there, and we're gonna do some currents and stuff. And he asked me to help him. So if I give him 2 hours, he'll be cool with that. So it
Hmm.
just I get to hear him talk. I like to hear older people
Oh,
talk, because
amen.
Mm.
you know
Amen.
they they
Mhm.
they tell you stuff, and if you listen well enough,
Mhm.
you'll find a message in that mess. You just gotta just pay attention long enough and be quiet, and you'll get it. So
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to getting that Monday with him. Yeah.
Mm. So the
Yeah.
question from Rob is, what's everyone's favorite editing software? And so mine personally, I film on an iPhone, and so I edit on iMovie, and I will edit my shorts, edit the shorts, or if I'm doing, sometimes I will go into TikTok and I'll do it in there
Mhm.
on the blog channel, but I
Oh.
tend to do them right on the phone.
Mhm.
Um, I don't care for YouTube's short version for editing. It's not as finite, and I will also do the to do make shorts on what's the other one that's called? What's it called? What's it called? Oh, maybe it's in there. Um, CapCut. I will do on a CapCut because you can
Mhm.
just pick a template and then throw the things in, and it'll just make it for you. But
Yeah.
I do iMovie on a Mac computer, and I like it. I It's super therapeutic just to, you go, okay, good. You got
Mm.
30 minutes of footage, and you pare it down to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
cutting out all those. So I do. So I have thought about going into one of the higher ones, but I just am not interested in the learning curve and taking the
Yeah,
time to
that's
do
the
that.
part that's hard. That's what I was just
So
saying to girl dad. I enjoy editing, but I hate it because I know I could make it better if I just had more time to learn the program. And then of
yeah.
course, because I don't, I make mistakes. Like that one time I still have no idea what I did in Filmora that erased all my stuff.
Right. Right.
But what I found out is it was saving it to my phone, so I found it in a file on my phone, thank God. So I didn't
Oh my God, will
completely
you go play somewhere else, please?
completely poor fairy. He's got
Yeah,
all
like
the
this.
little the furry children crawling up his
Yeah.
leg.
So GT, what do you use for editing?
How?
Kin Master.
Tin.
Kin.
Kin.
Kin ma-
K
oh,
I
Kin
N
Master.
Master. Yeah,
I've
I
never heard
use
that.
that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's free when it come out. Now they do promotions and stuff. And I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were saying, so if you buy the things when you don't buy it anymore, will you still have access to some of the things? And I still didn't
Right.
understand that portion. I still don't understand that portion, but they have a free model, and I like the free model. They still have their little sticker in the, on the
Right.
thing, but I want to try other ones, but I like the one that I have because they have, at least 50 songs that I can choose from. They have
Mm-hmm.
transitions. They have at least 50 transitions that I can move. They have
Yeah.
Yes.
little stickers and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what I like, that I can, the music and my transition. Those are the things that, are important to me, because switching it, like, some of the great YouTubers,
Yeah.
I can't do that. I forget. I be like this, and then next thing you know, I'm like, man, I only got 5 more minutes. Then I switch it. I'm like, oh man. So,
Oh,
And
you're too
but
cute.
Kin
I'm looking at.
Master,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was Kind Master for some reason.
you're
So
pronouncing it correctly. Remember when you asked me to speak
Yes, we
Portuguese?
don't do
I
English,
told
Nari.
you.
We don't.
I don't
We
even
don't.
know English that
We
well. I
don't.
told you.
We don't.
well, I don't know if it is Kin Master,
Yeah.
but I remember seeing the emblem on your thing. So I'm interrupting before I let Barry talk, but it's like I do again like iMovie, and I was grabbing. They do have some songs that I use, but I'll go into YouTube, their music, and there is a ton of music when you're in the YouTube studio. You can just type in jazz, you can type in, and you can have cinematic, you can have gospel, you can have techno. It's like you just type it in and it's within your YouTube studio and it says music. And so I will download one of those songs so that I don't get any ding ding dings,
Mm-hmm.
and throw the music up in that way. So Barry, what do you use to edit with?
DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, of
It's
course
got
you
a
do.
Wow.
learning curve and a quarter on it. And I'm,
Yeah,
it's like if
that's
I had
good.
any more hair, I'd be pulling it out. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
I would like to do that one, but it's like that
Yeah.
you go, okay, I have to take off a whole, you know, couple of months just to learn
Right.
the software.
Yeah.
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 And you better have a clear head, better have no distractions, Don't let
Yeah.
nobody bother you. Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna learn this, leave me alone,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
and two, if your laptop or your desktop PC doesn't have the RAM to run it, forget it.
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
have Final Cut
barely.
Pro and I can't figure it out.
I just
Yeah.
barely. I mean, I could use a little bit more RAM on my laptop, but
Mm-hmm.
you seriously go. I'm not your jungle gym.
You just need Velcro.
I bet you my legs have got claw marks up and down.
Oh no.
So Miss Sharon, you
Yeah.
say your PC won't recognize your phone. So are you using the fruit phone as
Yeah. Our fruit
as
phones are so much fun that way.
yeah, so the fruit phone, yeah, and that was when I first started, I was filming on my fruit phone. I called it the other thing before. And then I would try to do it on the PC and it was just an absolute nightmare. And I was trying, there is different things that you could use,
Yeah.
but when I just went, if I just use the iMovie program, it's what I know. And whether it's on my phone, the iPad, or the Mac, There's slightly differences in between them, but it's all basically the same. And then I can just take it, I can edit it on the Mac, and then I can just shoot it over to my phone if I do a short on the Mac computer.
Yeah. You'll have to show me how you
So,
do that because mine's Mac too.
yeah.
Duval, I separated out my message to you. You don't have an editing program. I have one, and I can't even use it on mine. So there's different flips to that stress, but maybe we could help you out.
If
There's free editing software. Is it a matter of you mean for your computer or do you mean for your phone? Because that would be an
Mhm.
app.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Barry. If what?
If your
Yeah.
phone doesn't matter whether it's Android or Apple, if they don't have the, I'll answer that question in just a second. They may not have the correct driver to recognize the fact that you plugged your phone into your computer.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's laptop or desktop.
Yeah.
So what you might have to do, and if you got a tech savvy friend or family member, get them to help you out and go in there and, either try to get it on the phone or get it on the computer. It's best to get it on your computer. Get the driver that recognizes the fact that you plugged your phone in. Because what mine does mine's Android. I'll be Android for life.
Boo. But okay. Yeah, that's great.
I love you.
Yay for
I do. I
you.
love you. Y'all are just wonderful. Just
You got you.
Don't hate
GT's with you. Don't GT's with you. He's doing the Happy Dance Android for life.
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Were you
of
saying
course.
something?
There we go.
What
See,
was
there's
that
the
you were
option.
saying? What? I'm sorry.
There's the option. See, it says transfer. You probably can't, but file transfer.
Yeah, we saw it.
That's
Yeah.
what you want to see. So if it's not doing that automatically, it's missing a driver.
Okay.
And usually it's a USB driver, and most
Oh,
likely it's your laptop is not triggering it. But
Right.
to answer your question about the cats, too many. I've got two. There was from the first litter that right now are using me for their ladder and their jungle
Mhm.
gym, and
Huh.
just and then there's 6 in the back that were from another litter, and then the ones that I already had. So I don't know. What is
that's a
that?
gem.
10, 12, 13. It's a lot.
You
It's a lot
you
of
have
cats.
you have the same amount of cats as I have chickens. How do you find the right driver? Says Miss Sharon.
There's the problem right there. A lot of times you can go to your like, let's say your laptops. I have an Acer, so I would go to the Acer website, and then I would look up my model number, or you can look on the bottom of your laptop or on the side of your desktop. You'll want either your serial number, or you'll want your computer's
Make,
model
model,
name.
model.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the whole model number, not just what they put on the box so it's short and sweet. You want the whole thing. It might be like Acer Aspire 5, and then it'll have like some numbers after it. You look that up, and then they'll have on their website, most of these companies that sell computers, unless you built your own,
Yeah.
it might be different there. But most of the name brand computers have a website that you can go to. You type in everything I just said. It'll bring up all the drivers. Update those
Yeah.
drivers. Whether your computer needs it or not, update those drivers. Make sure your phone is updated. So
Mhm.
if your phone is not updated and it's
Yeah.
missing something, it won't bring up that little window. And it's a aggravating thing. I know, because there's a lot of content creators that have phones, iPhones, that they'd like to use the footage that they, because I cannot edit on phone. I just can't do it. My hand won't let me do it. So
Yeah. I did when I first started before I got the the iPad and the Mac, which like they were both, you know, secondhand and they were gifts from family members. But I used to, you know, do all my editing on the phone.
Uh-huh.
But
So-
being that it was an iPhone, so what I would do is I would edit it all down and then I would send it up to the cloud, or I'd save it onto my computer, which would go up to the cloud, is off of the phone, and then I'd come and sit at my desktop and I would download it from the cloud onto the desktop. Then I would have to upload it back up to YouTube, wait
Oh,
for it to
my.
go there,
Yeah.
you know.
That's another option too for you who are not able to get your phone to be recognized by your computer. That Dropbox, which is the same as the cloud.
cloud. Yeah,
Dropbox
exactly.
is simple to use. You could upload it from your phone to Dropbox, and then vice versa. You could download it from Dropbox to your laptop or your desktop.
Okay.
So
And
that
it's
was
free.
my process.
If
Yes.
you don't go over that certain limit, it's free. I love
Yeah.
Dropbox. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I've traded
Yeah.
files and stuff, you know, with people.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I have a couple of drop boxes because I'm sharing files of music and sheet music and stuff like that over the years. But
Cloud or Dropbox, either one.
Dropbox.
They're the same.
Right.
Okay, so there is a lot of Androiders in this chat. I don't know. I might have to shut it down. I might have to shut it down.
That's right.
Oh, Aid says Sony phones are the best.
Yeah. Well, he's the one who told me that actually our cameras are Sony's that are in our Apples. So, yeah, if I switch to Android, it will probably be to a Sony phone, so I can still have the same.
Yeah, because the Sony sensors for their cameras are the bomb.
Yeah.
If I could change mine out, I would.
And guess what?
These cameras on my phone
That's what's in my Apple. That's why I bought the Apple. Was the phone? It was the camera. That's really.
I'm actually impressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yours is really killer for an
impressed with it.
Android. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. If you
But
guys don't know,
it was made for it. This is a Android Moto G Power.
Yeah.
2022 model. It was made for multimedia. It was made for content creators, and that's why I jumped on it. Plus, the price was nice because they dropped it. They were ready to move in the next model. I was like,
oh yeah,
oh heck yeah, $99. Yeah, I'm jumping on that. I'm glad I did.
The same thing, my Renaissance grandma. I went.
Yes,
wah,
it
wah,
was.
wah,
It
wah.
was a ton of work of when I first started, but it was the only way because I was trying. I would try to upload the footage and I would try to edit onto the PC, and it just like they're two different languages when you've got the Apple and the PC. So yes, it was a lot of work of going here, you know, hear it here, put it up there, bring it back down, now take it back, you know, and it was like, oh my gosh. But now that I just do it on the Mac, I edit it on the Mac and right up to YouTube it goes. And
what problem I have now with our Apples is StreamYard with the photos. It doesn't want to open my photos. So I can use them. Like on my MacBook Air.
You're a good boy,
when it's asking for, you know, pictures or like how you and I have talked about, it's only certain ones. So it's really by almost chance that if I download it just the right way, it works.
Yeah.
And I can never seem to remember that thing that I did before.
It could be, you know, if it's a GIF or if it's a JPEG, that could also
it's a size. Yeah. But I don't know how to,
so
I don't know how to
Duval says,
transfer
I have
it.
a Moto G phone and sent it in for damage and they replaced it with a Rev. I don't like it.
Oh,
I have the Note, the 20 Note. Samsung Galaxy, I don't know, but it's a 20 Note. It's the last one that has the SD card capabilities. So mine goes up to 1 terabyte. And I like removable storage. That is like, this is the last one that they have. And since this is the last one, I think I'm gonna have to resort back to flip phones once this is done because I don't want the other option. I don't like it. So
No.
Yeah.
I do
So are
all
you
my.
going to? Oh, go ahead, GT. Go ahead. I was going to
I'm
ask if
going
you were
to
going to do a camera plus the flip. Sorry.
a camera plus a flip. I
If
don't
you're
know.
resorting back to the flip phone, how are you taking your videos then? Because the flip phone is not going to do that.
I probably won't be a comment. I won't be a content creator then. I'm
No,
not.
you don't look like
I'm
it.
not.
Your phone's
I
not going to
have
fit
to
with you.
have. No, yes, they do. Sometimes, I had the 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Night, Rob. Thank you
Oh,
for
have a
your
good one,
input.
Rob.
Have a good one.
Good night, Rob.
So I had the 9 note, and it started malfunctioning. Things started just going weird with it or whatever. And so I have insurance. I had insurance on it. So I told them, hey, it's not working right, and it was like, all right, give us the 250, and then they gave me this one, and this one has a better camera. Has that 1 terabyte is beautiful for me,
Oh
but
yeah.
this is the last one that they have.
Yeah.
Everything else is like my son and my wife, they exchanged their phones, and it has, memory already built in there or whatever,
Mhm.
storage, but they're not content creators. They just
Yeah.
take random photos or, screen record a few things every once in a while. But me, I filled up 500 gigabytes already.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow.
but I
Yeah.
do all my editing. I do everything on my
Mhm.
phone. My dad told me to use my laptop, but I don't. I have everything right here. I do a lot. Like I seen rabbits yesterday just at the blue store. So I took video and I can edit it right there. Every video that I have, I edit it right there on my phone. I don't need my laptop to do any of that. Like KinMaster is a mobile app. So I
Right.
downloaded the app and bang.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever move. It took me because when we first started getting cell phones, we were like a Motorola family, just
Mhm.
because of the safety feature and the
Yeah.
business side of things. And then one by one, my kids all started going to the Apple, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. And then when I did move over, it was because at that time I would tour, as a musician,
Mhm.
and I would have to be bringing my laptop and da 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 da. But once I went and got my iPhone, it was like all of a sudden now my computer went and got this big, and
Exactly.
I can do everything that I
Yep.
was doing on my laptop. Less,
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about it banging around, and so
Yep.
I have absolutely loved. And it was easy for me, and at the time, my husband was like, I don't know if I'm going to get an iPhone. Or he was doing, what's that one that was, what is one of them that's called? It is an Android, but it's a specific one
Was
that
it the old Nokia's?
I don't think, no, it wasn't a Nokia's. One just a little bit after that. Anyway, so he was researching, and yes, it was a good phone, but, and I just said, just do, he was,
Was it the Windows phone that?
no, it wasn't the Windows.
Okay.
It's, someone said it
Sorry.
earlier. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it'll
Samsung
come.
Galaxy.
Yes, it is. That was
Galaxy.
what it is.
The
So
one
he
that
got the
blew up.
Samsung. And so then, he's like, Samsung or the iPhone. I said, do the iPhone. And at that time, my husband was
Yeah.
dying, right? He wasn't, we didn't
Mhm.
know when, but with his
Yeah.
cancer. And I said, just do the iPhone. Who knows how long you're going to be around. Anyway, he gets this phone and he's pretty quiet to himself, and we're traveling along, and this one day, after he's had it for about 6 months, and I said, so how's that Samsung doing for you? He goes, I can't understand any of it. It's so complicated of all the things you have to do. I said, you should have just got the iPhone. You
Yeah.
just it would have just transferred easier. It's like you're sick and dying. You don't need to okay, so I have to move this to here to how to do like it was just way
Yeah.
too complicated.
Yep.
So I don't know that I will ever move away from this
Yeah.
just because again, it's that learning curve. It's like, I
Mhm.
don't want to learn something new. I'm too old to do it. So
It's just so
mhm.
it was like when I got my first iPhone, it was like you could touch the windows like from the PC, you could touch them. and just open everything. And their logos for their icons are larger and easier to touch than a lot of the Androids that I had used. Yeah. Okay. That I said, oh, the newer one, because a lot of them, they're getting rid of the SDs because they know they can make more money to make you upgrade for that. You know?
So what? So the newer phones allow you to have an SD card.
No, he's saying
Oh,
he's saying the Sonys do, but I haven't.
oh, I didn't. I
Yeah,
never went to Sony.
but they are about as pricey as the iPhone because you're also paying for their camera, and that's what we're paying for with the Apple is Sony camera.
And you got to think Sony's been
Oh,
around for way longer than Apple ever thought to
Yes,
be.
yes, yeah,
You know what's sad?
but it's
My drone has a 10 times better camera on it than my phone does. Like you don't shoot in 4K. I mean, you know.
wow. That's right.
I
They
don't
do.
like 4K videos. They
You
look
know,
fake.
You know the
They
human
look
eye cannot
fake.
see. The human eye cannot see it all. That's why.
Oh, is that what
It
it
looks
is?
fake.
Oh,
Are we digital? Are we digital?
no.
No. We
I
see,
don't.
hear, and feel in analog.
Interesting.
That's a beautiful picture, and it is. It
Yes.
is. It's a beautiful picture. The
Yeah.
thing is, you're not seeing all the pixels because your mind is being tricked in thinking it's seeing more colors than what it really is. It's actually a trick of light. It's a trick of light. But hey, if it looks better, who am I? Who am I to say any different? Just like I said, the camera on my drone, you put that baby up in 4K and take some footage. Oh yeah, yeah, baby.
Now, what do you
Most new
have
phones
for
want you to
drone?
use the pod.
Sorry, Barry. What was your drone? What's your drone?
I have a DJI Mini 2 SE.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, homie, don't play. Homie, don't
Right.
play. I've had several knockoffs and I wasn't happy with them, and I said, "The hell with it." I got the name brand, and
Wow.
I never looked back.
Wow. Yeah, I can't. I wanted to get the DJI, the small camera, and now I have an M50 that sits in its case because I got that because my daughter wanted the M50, and I thought we'd share because she was creating content for Instagram, like a portfolio because she, does makeup artistry and stuff like that. A girl picked it up one time. So yeah, I missed out on the DJI, which is so small and easier to just.
I mean, look at the box that came in.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, I know. That's like people who have apples. We all save our boxes because the boxes are so high quality. You feel guilty.
Well,
throwing
yeah,
them
because
away.
it was like a little over $400 for the bag and 2 extra batteries, 2 more sets of propellers. Yeah, I was like, not $400. If that, I'd already had a car if it was $400.
Uh-oh.
But yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Aid says yes. There you go, GT. He says, according to popular search engine, all Sony Xperias still have an SD slot. So you do have maybe an option there.
That's all I'm looking for. I just want, sometimes some things you don't want to believe. Some things you just gonna resist it, and it's just typical biased behavior. I have biased behavior, and I'm
No,
okay with that.
but
I
you're
won't.
not going with the flow. I think that's good. I think that's out of the box, and we need more people like that.
Yeah, and this is my next thing that I got. This was on sale, so this is a backup camera. It was
Sweet.
on sale. Yeah, it was a nice price. It was like I've wanted it, but I could never justify it because it was always something where it was like, nah, I'd rather buy some seeds. And
Yeah.
it was one of those things where it was like, no, let's go ahead and get the little camera. It's only, I think it was like 30 or $40. It gives you back and rear camera, and it has it seems very. It's heavy. It's a lot of things. It got good reviews and stuff. So I went on and bought it. It's a nice
Yeah.
dash cam. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I liked it. Yeah. Is that what you recorded on your short live that I just saw, the recent one?
no, that's no. I haven't even took. I just
Oh,
looked at the
got it
box and just said,
fresh.
"Ooh, there's wires. Where do these wires go?" And that was it. I
Because
said no when I get time.
I have a little cheapy drone. It's still in the box. I haven't taken it out because I took it out one time and I was like, oh, I got to figure out how to work this. And these directions are like small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It'll be
and
big for
that's what
me.
I got.
Go
And
ahead.
that's what I have one, and my son has one, and my dad and my one of my brothers have one. So we're supposed to get together one day and just play
Awesome.
with the drones because I don't know how to work one, and I would love to get an aerial shot of you
Mhm.
know my house, but I'm not gonna do it until I get that raggedy tree moved out my front yard. It's broke. It just dead. So
Your
it
jacked
needs to
up
go
tree.
first. Yeah, it's
Just
dead.
just
I
Like
tell
give
you
it
it
what,
leaves.
give it a nickname.
if you've never flown a drone before, honestly, the DJI, just like I showed you,
Hmm.
is the best one to start on.
Oh,
Ain't
A
that
lot
okay.
of
thing
people,
expensive, Barry?
Yeah, it is
it was
expensive.
it
I
was
would.
No, I ain't
under
playing with nothing
it
like
was under
that. I don't
300.
gamble with
It was
money,
under, I
man.
know, I don't either. I don't either. Believe me,
Yeah.
I had put money back for that.
So I would probably do a Temu one then instead.
Yeah, what I would do, okay, here, this is what you want to look for. Even the cheap ones can do this. Look for a
David, hold up.
three-axis gimbal on that drone. Because if you
Yeah.
don't, the cheap drones, when they start to wobble around, your
Mhm.
picture's gonna wobble.
Yeah,
The three-axis camera won't do that because the camera will stay level while the drone is doing its wobbling.
got it. So it's
That's
got
why
a gimbal inside of it.
if you
So
could
it's
Good
find it
advice.
with a gimbal, you'll
okay.
still get what you're looking for. Like GT said, he wanted an overhead shot.
Mhm.
'Cause you'll be disappointed if you don't go with something with a gimbal, even if it's the cheapest one you can find, as long as it's got that. Because yeah, I mean, there's once you shoot video that's all wonky, you can't go back.
True.
There's no
That's true.
fixing that.
No.
That happened with actually just the regular cameras that we had with film when Hannah was born. They gave us free film at the hospital. Don't you know there was something wrong with the film, and all her first pictures that we took of her as parents are all fuzzy.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
W- With
David
this,
Corey's on
I'm
deck. He says he's on
I s-
deck. Is he down there?
I saw that. No, he's on his deck.
Oh.
So one of the things with this camera, we do have an action shot because
Mhm.
like my daughter Marissa will come and do some filming for me. And man, like she is an amazing like she just has gimbal in her and she's so steady and she'll just bring it
Mhm.
in and she just gets these great shots. Me, it's like,
Yeah.
I try to do
I
the
have to
same thing.
concentrate to hold it. Yep. Yep.
Even if I concentrate, it's like, and you'll as I'm walking. But there is on this phone, there is one where it's an action shot. So I have done some where I'm still shaky and it corrects it for me.
Oh, okay. That's
So
good to
which
know.
is kind of cool. And sadly, I was hearing all about this drone thing because
Mm.
my laptop was also running when I ran to the loo, and it's like I'm missing Barry talking about the drones because it's like I think I'd like that one day. Are they hard
Me
No,
too.
to function?
no. And
Okay.
honestly, I know it's a lot to put down. Believe me, I know it is. I got this one. It's a year old. They've already put like
Okay.
3 new ones out since the Mini
Okay.
2 came out.
Hmm.
But if you just want to get used to how to control one before you make that big step, get you a good drone that's got a decent price on it, but try to look for something that's got a gimbal on that camera. Otherwise,
Okay.
you'll be really disappointed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the gimbal that I got for my birthday, I had watched some videos and it was like this was a good one. So I had put that in my wish list for my kids to pick out. And I think it was only $89. And so far, I've tried a gimbal before.
Yeah.
And this one in particular, it had its own software. So it would film it and, I'd have to make sure it wasn't, that it was mirrored or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I could bring it into the iPhone, where this one, when I used it the other day, it's like it's so quick and easy to learn how to do. So yeah, I was waiting till I got back and you did your World Naked Gardening video. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's best not to overthink controlling the drone. A lot
Okay.
of them, even mine. On mine I can adjust the joysticks on it to be more sensitive or less sensitive. But since I have essential tremors, the shakes, tend to screw the controls. So
Mhm.
that was another reason I had to go with something that was a little bit higher tier, because I actually want to use it for my channel.
Yeah, for sure. I
Mhm.
want to
It's
get a
beautiful
gimbal.
country.
Like Maureen said, I don't know even the learning curve with that. Like, so now I got to watch videos
Hi there.
Yeah.
because I do the shaky thing too.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to have that calmness down and whatever, like just the
hmm
steadiness. But my
Yes.
daughter, like it's like you go, wow, now I look like I've got really good shots. And then
hmm
I come through and I'm trying to do, dragging it along the flowers. And it's like 6 or 7 passes. And it's like, okay, too slow, too fast, too
Yeah.
shaky.
Yes, you have to. Yep.
And
Same.
my
Mhm.
phone has a stabilizer for the video part, but honestly, I mean, it can only take so much out of
Mhm.
the shaking, because it's a digital stabilizer. It's not a gimbal. And
Right.
I can't
there's
find-
Yeah.
gimbals are mechanical, where digital stabilization is software doing it. And it
Oh,
only
okay.
takes so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only thing that I struggle with the gimbal is because the great thing is that you put your phone in and you can have it. You have a little joystick and you can turn it this way, you can turn it that way, you can turn it up and down. And my only problem is if I want to turn it up, I push up. And that's the wrong way. And so you have to push it down and nothing in my thumb will learn that I want to go up. Nope, down you go. But the other thing is when you do put the gimbal on its tripod, it will recognize your face and you
Yeah.
can move around and the phone will go with you. So,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. So if I came over here, the phone would automatically stay focused and it would come over. So if I was doing something, it's just going to follow me wherever I go, as if someone is holding it and following. So it's kind of a cool thing. And like I said, the one I did was $89. I can send you the link, Carol, so that you
Okay.
can see, because I'm sure it'll be cheaper in the States, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. It's not Canada dollars.
I love that. I'm over here looking up gimbal like I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I was like laughing at that. I'll be looking at it too, probably the same way. I cannot for the life of me get my one lens clean. I even used a little water on it. It's like
Oh,
it's one of those nights. Whatever. So
Hi.
mhm.
trying.
Yeah, one clean eye, one not clean eye. So,
Yeah.
hey,
It's fantastic.
Dolores,
Hey,
thank you
Dolores.
for coming in.
Oh, what in the
Whichever
world?
side is blurry, just
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at you guys all
Just
through the
close that
phone.
eye,
Hey.
and you're winking at everybody. Hey,
Yeah, hey.
hey. I think Carol likes me. I think she's winking at me. No, she's got a blurry lens. It's
A
like,
blurry lens. I can't get clean. I don't know what I got
how
on
you
it.
doing?
exactly.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
with I think you can turn off follow feature as well if you don't want it to be following you, but that's just
Cool.
another feature because it's like I've
Yeah.
recently seen a video where someone said and it was a short, it was
Mhm.
on Insta, and so it's a short and it was like, this is what it looks like when filmers are making the film. So you first see her setting it up to because she's gonna wake up in the morning. So you see her fake, getting into bed, and then up come the covers, and then you see her get up, grab the phone, go put it over to the doorway, so that she's walking by, and then she comes back and grabs it, and you're seeing what the video is supposed to look like, but you're seeing all the in-between shots, and so if you are moving around while you're videoing, that's where it's like, okay, I'm taking the shot here. Okay, now, and I'm doing stuff. And then, okay, now I need to take the shot, bring it down here so you can see my hands. And then I want to have it over here because you should move it around. So that's the great thing is that if I'm, wherever I'm going to go, it's going to follow me within, a fairly good size radius. Like I can just, walk around to the end of the table and it's still going to be with me. So,
that's so cool.
I like that.
I just need to figure out my damn tripod, excuse my language, because I've probably got so much footage of me going, no, because I have one of those bendy ones and it just doesn't, it'll bend fine when I'm not shooting. It'll bend perfect. I go out and put it out there and it's like
hiding. Yeah. It's the bendy legs.
Yeah, it's the bendy legs.
The old style,
the jobber. I have that. I've got to replace the top because I don't have the thing for my phone. I've got
phone. Okay. Yeah.
I've been wanting to get a adapter that goes on this for a phone.
Yeah, I need that. I need the adapter. Yeah, we were saying that earlier. Perfection baking. Yep. That's in the beginning of tonight.
Yeah, there's too many of those gnats in my greenhouse studio that I'd just be sucking up all the dirt, with my shop vac. It'd be just would be sitting there. So for those of you that are coming in late or later, I should say, what I'm using is this product called Konk, and it is sold in Canada, 409D flying insect killer. And it is chrysanthemum based. There is other chemicals in it, but it's what they use in food preparation places. You just can't have it around raw meat. And I've been using it for years in my house. And I thought, hey, I should go and use it in the greenhouse studio to see if I can deal with the gnats. And over the past week, the gnat population is almost nil in my studio. So
yeah, they're all coming down here.
Yeah, blew them down to Barry, to Kentucky. If we do have any engineers in the side chat or listening, that is actually a great invention. Since people keep saying "suck them up," some kind of contraption that you could just put near your plants that would pull them into maybe a fly trap situation and get rid of them.
Yeah.
I use the bug zapper for mines.
Yeah.
At night to see, because mines get dark. When it gets dark, they travel to it and bang. And then I have the sticky traps that hang off the ceiling. I have those, and then I have the little butterfly yellow things that I stick inside the things. That helps as well. But I still have gnats.
Wow. Even with
that.
But
Barry, I had a question for you. You said that you was an engineer one time. You said something about engineer, correct?
Yeah, broadcast engineer.
Oh, broadcast engineer. Okay. I thought you was talking about I don't know why when you say engineer,
engineer.
I was thinking a builder, like a carpenter,
right?
Because I got to build this greenhouse, and I've watched a lot of videos, and I'm still struggling with how to build it.
The trusses, the frame.
Yes, I don't understand the roof. I definitely don't understand roofs.
Are you doing a lean-to, or are you doing an A frame, or what are you thinking as far as where are you going to have it up against the house,
or
A frame or lean-to?
A frame. It's going to be A frame. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be A-frame 5. I'm still working out everything. I grabbed some rocks today to build a floor, and then more rocks to put around the water barrel that I'm going to put heat in to try to just get that temperature up really nice. You
Yeah.
know, so I'm working out all this stuff, trying to figure it out. It's
Yeah.
challenging to say the least because I'm not a
Mm.
builder,
Yep.
but I'll try it, you know.
Well, you're
Yeah.
definitely gonna learn through all of this for sure. You know, that's the
Like
beauty
I
of it.
had to learn from my dad carpentry, but I'm not a carpenter.
Cool
I just
perfection bacon. Okay. Look
I
forward
could have
to that.
learned a lot of stuff from my father, but I just stayed in the trouble. I stayed in trouble all the time. So
Mm,
I learned certain things, but certain things I just didn't learn because I stayed in trouble. Like I
me too.
really,
Me too.
whew, it
Yeah,
was
mhm.
I didn't
terrible.
learn until later.
Yeah.
You know, I was just about
Yeah.
ready to leave school. You know, about ready to graduate and whatnot, and then everything started just like, oh, you're about to hit the real life. You know, this has just been
Hmm.
practice. You're
Right.
about to go
Mhm.
out on your own, and they were going to go back to Cleveland. They were done in Cincinnati, and they were going to go up to
It's true.
Cleveland. And they're like, "Do you want to come, or are you gonna,
This is true.
you know?"
There you go. Yep. You can get plans right
Yeah.
on Etsy and build off the plans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. They have a lot of plans. But of course, look at the ratings because some people don't make, as good of plans as others. Go.
Right.
Thank you, Miss
So
Sharon.
did
Yes.
you did you buy a kit, or are you, building this from scratch? Like,
I have two
buying all.
kinds. I have a one that I bought in a kit. It was
Oh,
very cheap,
okay.
and the plastic's not going to work. I'm
Mhm.
gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to figure that one out. But the other one is just I'm building it from scratch. I'm gonna build
Okay.
my own
Okay.
floor. I'm I got the wood to try to build it, but it just certain elements of it I don't understand quite yet,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
Mhm.
like I
Yeah.
seen one where you can actually push air inside between the walls, and that'll give
Mm,
you like a force field
yes. Like
against
an
the
insulation.
cold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes.
There's
I
a type of
seen that.
insulation. It's a thermal barrier or something like that.
Yes,
Yep.
bingo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I also thought about that, but a lot of the information. See, this was before I came on YouTube because when we had our little earthquake, well, it wasn't little me, but when we had our earthquake, I panicked because I seen that I wasn't ready for a national disaster.
Yeah.
So it
Right.
just panicked. It made me panic, and so I started finding out about different things. I mean, I
Hmm.
a lot of stuff, and then I wrote
Yeah.
down all the paperwork. But we moved 2 times since then,
Yeah.
and to try to find it, I don't know, but
Mm.
I need to get back on it because I want to build it. Yeah.
There's the
Mhm.
ones too that they use the thermal. I don't know how it works though with Alaska because you have permafrost layer. They dig them down further
Mhm.
for the
Mhm.
foundation. And there's that
Mhm.
man who grew citrus that he's like in an area that should never grow citrus, but he's got
Whoa.
Mhm.
dug down
Mhm.
in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, yeah, there's
And
people in
that's
Alaska that are growing bananas.
Yeah. Hit the
there's
place
people in
he grew
Alaska
up.
that's growing grapes too.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
it's possible, but it's
Mm.
infrastructure and money. Those are
Mm.
two
Energy.
things that limit me because
Mhm.
either you have money or you have time,
Mhm.
Mm.
and neither one of those I can
Right.
contribute to a greenhouse on
Mhm.
that magnitude. That's one of the reasons why I need to remove that tree. That tree is like, if I remove the tree, then there's about probably about 3 feet, probably about 3 feet that I can actually dig under, and then I have two sides on it. So that's
Mm.
probably going to happen right after the end of the summer. I have the
Mhm.
$1,200, get that removed, and then have them remove that section of dirt right there, and then I can have a 6x6 because I already dug like um plots for my trees, and it took 8 hours to build those two so I could put trees there,
Wow.
and it's
Yeah.
right there for my greenhouse. It's gonna be beautiful, but got to
Mhm.
remove that tree first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you didn't go and buy some specific plans for this thermal greenhouse. You didn't look for some specific, like, or
For
did you?
your,
Is that where
yeah.
you started? Is you started with someone's plans on how to do this? No, okay. Because that would be that,
Yeah.
even before
would-
you like
Plan
Go ahead.
before you
Yeah.
you what? Go ahead, say it. Say it, Maureen.
to
I know
go
you want to say it bad.
because it's like go and find somebody's that has built one that has plans that you can buy, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got something to follow, and you
Yeah.
also have somebody that you can say, "Hey, I'm having a little bit of trouble." So like I like our coop that we built, I bought the plans, and I think it was $10 US to get the plans from um, Wilkerson, I think is her name. I want to say April Wilkerson, but I think it's not. And she builds a lot of stuff, and you can get the plant. And she's like, she's doing it all on her own. Like she'll do videos where she's climbing up on top of something, clamping down things. I think when she was building the coop, it was like she's got a big, ceiling fan, and she's like, yeah, I had to keep very low, to not get. Because I think if you had some plans to help you, that would help to answer some of those questions, and you'd learn so much. Like, I'm not a builder, but building our coop made it so that we went and built benches, and we went and built our grape trellis, my daughter and I. And we went, let's not make it ornate. We just made it simple. The grape trellis is just like, basically, ladder and a ladder on top, and we just had the spikes going through. And having a brad nailer, makes a huge difference. But if you could find somebody that would sell you plans,
Yeah.
especially somebody on YouTube, that might be a good thing.
That's what I'm
Are
gonna
you,
do.
are you guys free to kind of build a structure without having to pull permits there?
I don't even know that part. Like I didn't know none of this stuff.
Yeah. So one of the things
So maybe that should be.
First thing.
No. I'm opposite. I'm opposite when it comes to permits and stuff.
Yeah.
I just go ahead and do it. And then if they come and say, hey, you need a permit for that, then I didn't really know. Because as soon as you start bringing in the city, then it's like, oh, we've got to check that, and we got to check this, and it's going to take 6 months before we can give approval.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's electrical. If you're running electrical, if you're running plumbing, but usually there's a certain structure within like you could even take a kit and build it out from the kit, but you need to know how many square feet, like for your city or your area, would require a permit, because you also don't want to be paying fines.
No.
Some areas will fine the crap out of you for doing it. You can't just apologize. You get fined.
Yeah. I think for the most part, if you just say, I didn't know, then, and you go, but I'll come and bring in the permits. You
can't permit a structure after it's built. Usually you cannot.
Yeah. But it also, if he's not making it something permanent, right? If he's just doing
true. If he can figure out a way.
Oh, this is gonna be permanent. When I make it, it's gonna be permanent. So I'm writing this down. I got YouTube music for the YouTube and the YouTube studio. That's what you contribute to my helping me out. And then permits for my structure. I need to know more information about that. And then Miss Sharon said to look on Etsy for
plans.
What she said? Plans.
Plans.
So I'm writing that down. I'm writing down this stuff because I don't think about these things. Everything that's common sense ain't so common, and that's okay with me. I'm okay with who I am. I love me to pieces. So, nobody's hurting my feelings at all. I promise you. But this is going to help me out. This is going to help me to where, I don't have a bad day because they start telling me that I can't have it there. So.
It's not just because of noise, it's because of solid structures in certain areas. Like he said, they have earthquakes. Sometimes they want to make sure that structures will not fall down and cause an issue. Here, it's because of hurricanes. And also, they don't want unpermitted electrical because of fires. So, it's not just noise permits.
Yeah.
They have permits for everything. They will permit you up the wazoo. Yes, but they will also fine you, some cities, so you have to find that out. But yeah, money definitely walks. But
Yes, it does. But at the same time, yeah. Like, so
gotta
if I was
know.
doing something that was involving electrical, absolutely, I would be getting permits and things like that
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. Wilker
yeah.
Dews, actually, yeah. So
Sure.
her name is April Wilkerson, and I'm gonna I'll share it here.
Yeah.
Share screen and do-it-yourself woodworking plans and templates. So this is from her website, feature plans.
Oh, this a
And
girl too?
Yeah.
Big
Oh yeah.
flex.
There's
told
Big
also
flex.
near
I
you.
told you
There's
it.
also Anna White. Anna White is in Alaska, and she's like
Oh, I
this.
know.
Yeah,
I that's the plans that I want. And white, she ain't no joke.
she ain't no joke.
So
Her and her husband.
then go and look at,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, so she has, like, this is where I got my coop plans from for building our coop. And yeah, and she does it all by herself. And so that does also encourage me, to how do you let me just see if I can see the coop plans, because and we
That.
adapted.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want the email address. I want to do search chicken coop.
Mhm.
Um so then why wouldn't you kind of get, so this is the version that we built, the do-it-yourself chicken coop. So that's the kind that I have, which was, was great. And I think, like I said, I paid,
Yep.
$10. This is it with the run. So we have this similar, our run is a little taller than what whoops, let me do it this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me make it bigger.
Very nice.
So this is what we did, but we changed the chicken door to be a human door. So we do have the little chicken door. Whoops. We do have the little chicken door that is here. I guess it's not showing on there. Yeah. But we made this a human door so that we could actually open it up and go right in. And we also didn't put our end of the coop run. We didn't put the door there. We put it right next door to the chicken coop. And so I had a friend who was able to help me make a few adjustments to her coop and that. But yeah, GT, I think that, one of the things is that you should, this Ann White person, go and connect with her. It would be a really good opportunity. And she's a YouTuber as well. Oh, you don't know? Okay. But that's a good place to start,
I think
because
she
then
is.
it's
Yeah, I think Anna White does some videos. That's where I first heard of her. I'm pretty sure she is
And I
on.
think you was gonna ask me, Maureen, why haven't I bought the plans? It's because no one that I know has said that I bought plans. So I didn't see it as intellectual property until you actually said it. Because I thought I could just look at a picture and then emulate it. But once you said what you said, it's like, okay, this is someone's intellectual property. So if I like what they got, then I need to pay for it. And I don't have a problem with it. It wasn't relatable as intellectual property until now. So
right.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Yeah. No. The thing is that if looking at April Wilkerson's plans, if I was a builder and I looked at it, I could just build it without,
Yep.
and then make my own adjustments to it and whatever, but because I'm not a builder, I wanted to know, well, how many, 2x6s do I need? How many sheets of this do I need to make this work? So,
Yeah.
oh, you dated, you dated a lot of people that were
I was
just
just
like,
saying, it was the firefighter was the builder. He was
oh,
building he built his
oh,
house from the ground up. His father did construction prior to, and he did almost all the trades. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. So he built a house from the ground up. My father too was a handyman, like they were talking about. They didn't get those skills with their dads, but I followed my dad around as I got old enough
mhm,
to, and was I would hand him stuff. And
yeah,
then he would let me try his tools and things like that.
mhm,
So I I can somewhat build things if I get the same thing with the plans, but yeah, brother in California is an electrical contractor, and
That's
I
cool
probably would have done electrical if I was a guy. That would have been the trade. Go ahead,
to go.
GT. Yes, sir.
Where do I find the information about permits? I
Oh,
don't know these things. Like
your
what?
city hall usually has a permitting department.
City Hall permit department.
Yeah, and you really just have to ask them what size structure can I put up for and shed. Maybe not even call it a greenhouse or shed. What size shed doesn't need a permit?
That's a good
See
thing.
and
That's
see if you could work with a non-permit shed size.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
that's
welcome.
really good. That's
Y'all doing
brilliant.
some helping today. Y'all done help people with their phone. And y'all helping me with so much YouTube on
Yeah.
how do I thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. That's
Yeah.
how you see people in tiny houses. It's an unpermitted structure. They say they're building a garage or something like that.
A little shed.
Or
Yeah.
a little
Yep.
shed, and
Yep.
they get it
It's funny
big,
because
build it out.
here, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You're fine.
Like over here, okay, so if I was to move in a new mobile home, this one would have to be taken out. They would have to put a slab in, a concrete slab. You can't just pull them in on gravel anymore. But if I wanted to build like a shed, not a tiny house, just a shed, I don't need a permit. I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But like if you want to build a house, you have to have a permit.
And that's basically what Carol's saying. It's like you started out by saying, I'm just building a shed. If and that shed could have a toilet in it, and it could have a sink in it, and it could have a bed, but I'm just building a little shed, a little movable shed. It's on wheels. It can go wherever I want it to go. But you just, like I know there is somebody who wanted to build a shed, I think, on his property. And I think they were saying, no, you can't. So what he did is he built it as a chair, a big giant chair. And he said, I'm building a piece of furniture. And then, of course, the shed is underneath the chair. I built a chair, is what I built. I've just heard that story. I've never heard, did it work? But I know that some people, these are ways to get around when they say you can't do that because you have too much house on your 5-acre property. You can't have another structure. You're 500 square feet over the amount of house, so you have to tear down the 100-year-old house. That's what my sister's dealing with, right?
Yeah.
And then like I could move in one of those sheds and I can convert it to a tiny home, and he won't say anything about it.
Nope.
But now if I want to move a mobile home in, the concrete slab, all that garbage, build a house, I have to have all these permits.
I want to go back to what Premier House said. The contractor will always pass on that cost to the homeowner.
Which one is
if
it?
they can. It's where it says if he doesn't do it up to code, it requires them to come back out again. The contractor, sometimes it will cost the contractor, but often they'll be like, oh no, we have to have the inspector come out again. So you can argue that. You can argue that and make the contractor pay if it was their shoddy work that didn't get permitted. But
yeah. So can I just volunteer you, Carol, that when GT has questions, that he just emails you?
Yes, of course, I'm here, but I don't know. Like, leave a message on one of my shorts. I'll get it faster, probably, than my email. It's terrible.
Oh, right. You don't email, right? That's
terrible email now. Just right now, I'm off with it.
Yeah. So Miss Sharon said, yeah, GT Junior. Yeah. Say it's a shed, so the property taxes don't go up as much.
Yeah.
Don't do like my landlord did. He didn't even report this mobile home in front of me. So it's been years sitting there. And PVA.
What's wrong with?
Huh? Go ahead.
What's wrong with having property tax associated with it? Does that mean it's worth more?
No, they'll charge you the taxes on top of what you pay for your property. It's like here in
Okay.
Kentucky, every time I add a building onto my land, that is another structure that they can tax, unfortunately. Did I?
Oh, sorry. I was just.
No, yeah. Go ahead, Barry. We're listening. We're listening to you. Go ahead.
Oh, I've just I just think it's, you know, I'm not. If it's a shed, I'm not living in it. If it's a house, then yeah, I could see taxing that. But it's like, but then you got people like my landlord got by with that mobile home for over 20 years, not even been taxed because he didn't turn it in. And you know, I'm not the one paying that up. You know,
Mm-mm.
I'd hate for anybody to have a surprise. You know.
Mm.
Premier Hell, if you're in a non-channel, we don't usually invite you up on the panel if we don't know you in another way. That's just for our protection too, just like you say about real life trolls and trolls. So,
Mhm.
of course, we would love to have you, but if you don't do Facebook and you have a channel on YouTube that's basically a non, where you're not showing your face and we don't know anybody that knows you personally,
Mhm.
yeah, we probably wouldn't have you up on panel.
Yeah. But I do appreciate, you know, all the
Yeah,
information that
we do.
you
Yeah,
are
we
bringing.
appreciate having
Um,
you here. Definitely.
absolutely.
But we do
Yeah.
try to, like you're saying, take precautions. We do try and take precautions
Mm-hmm.
for sure. For sure. But they still
Yeah.
get you. Those trolls to be smart. They
Yes,
like
they
to,
do.
yep, they like to be smart.
Yes, because I Premier Hell, I don't know what channel you're on. If you want, you could come over. It is not archaic.
It is so
I
archaic. I agree.
I email all the
I like direct
time.
messaging. I
But
like
Premier
direct
Hell, if you
messaging.
want to come over to my channel, Diva in the Dirt, that would be great. My YouTube channel, and then that way I can, you know, check out your channel and see that you are,
I mean,
you
drop it
know,
up.
yep. So it's just Diva in the Dirt. If you just type in Diva in the Dirt into YouTube, you'll find me. Hey, CR, we have not seen. I haven't seen you in
CR?
like forever, ever. Oh man.
Me too. As the refrigerator finally turned you loose.
Right? You always get so hungry. We're not talking about food right now, though, CR. You're safe. You're
No,
marked as
we're
safe.
talking about buildings.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's the link,
I
Premier
see
Hell,
that.
and then that way Diva can check out your channel too.
Oh, buttering me up. Oh man,
There it is. There.
buttering
I'm
me
not
up.
sure. I'm not sure if they're I'm
And
not
then you
sure
could,
if they're on Laura's. Maybe they're on
no,
Laura's
they're on
channel.
mine. They're on mine.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, I just gave them the link. If you go over to Divas and just do hashtag Diva too, other people can grab your
Mhm.
channel.
Yeah.
Premier, do you have another channel that I would know you from somewhere else? To you.
Mm-hmm. No, not yet. I'll give part of what to do to you to. I'm missing that.
I missed that part, CR.
Yeah. Sometimes I can read, you know, you can read through, and then other times it's like,
Same.
no, can't do it. So,
Exactly.
well, that's very exciting, you know, to be looking at trying to build a thermal greenhouse.
Yeah. I
So,
like those the homes that are geothermal too, that go the earth ships, but they say that some of them are not truly working out as well as they originally said they were.
mm,
Oh, hey, Morgan, Threads and Jars, good to see you.
good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the WT was watch time. You know, wow, Maureen.
Oh,
Woohoo.
you have started to show yourself. I'm sorry, Premier. Well, we don't always use Facebook, so
Oh.
There's other ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
People
that's
have
true. You do. You get neighbors who don't mind their business and report you. Yeah, yeah. No, I know he's legit. I know, Aid. I just didn't know him personally. And the last time I went on his channel, I didn't see his lives with his face. That was the
And that's
concern. And
okay.
yeah, that was the concern. That he
Mhm.
was in the non and he was saying he doesn't have Facebook and he wants to come up on the panel.
Yeah.
And not for him per se, but other people who come in here and want to come up. And
Mhm.
they're anonymous and they don't have that kind of activity.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Any hoodles?
true. That's true. If
In,
nobody says
in,
anything, you're golden. Yeah, sometimes we have, it depends where you are. We're in the suburbs, so you just never know who's going to snag you.
mhm.
You just don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, I think Aid's on your channel, so that I need to make sure I
Yeah.
put it over for CR. Sorry. Oh yeah. You guys are all
Popped over.
chatting to each
Thank
other
you,
here.
CR. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to have some. We do. I'm so glad we do have good neighbors. What we have
Mhm.
here and what got us was homeowners insurance comes and goes out of Florida because of our hurricanes. And in order to change over to another homeowner's insurance, you get another inspection.
Right.
And when they inspected us, they found out that our electrical panel people that made our electrical panel had gone out of business because of electrical fires. Yay!
Mm.
So our electrical panel had to be replaced. And
Mhm.
$6,000 later, woohoo!
Mhm.
It's done and inspected.
Till the next
Till the next
time.
time somebody leaves the state, we have to be inspected and something.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just everything is a money grab.
Yeah,
Everything is everybody's hand is out for something,
yeah,
and it's just it's so frustrating, what you can and cannot do. It's like if I
mhm,
want to just dig a little 6-inch, hole in the middle of my lawn and put bricks on top of it, because we were talking about a friend of ours. They're looking at a house that's on one of the other islands here, and the guy that's selling his house has a whole bunch of variances that you'd have to, if you bought the house, you'd have to fix. And one of them was too many pavers on his property.
mhm.
And you're like, too many concrete slabs on his property. The neighbors, every time he did anything, the neighbors just went. I think he had a wood structure for his wood. No, you can't have that. But yet my friend, he goes, my dad just has the wood pile in and he just puts some sheet metal on top of it. That's okay. But it's not okay to go, hey, I built a structure and I've got my wood piled nice and tidy. The neighbors went, no, you can't have that. So then the city comes and goes, here's a fine, here's a fine. But you go,
Yeah,
if I want to pave my whole ding dang yard, I should be allowed to pave my
yeah,
whole ding dang yard. But
yeah.
nope.
It
So,
makes you realize that how they say that phrase about not
Hey,
owning
Duncan.
anything, that we really don't.
mm-hmm,
We don't.
mm-hmm,
If they can fine us out of where we are.
mm-hmm.
So I had like 2 situations today that dealt with
Oh,
fire.
yeah, happy holidays. Cinco de Mayo. Yay,
Woo.
margaritas.
Woo, 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 woo,
Tacos.
woo, 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 woo,
Burritos.
woo, woo,
See,
woo,
I
woo,
speak
woo, woo,
Spanish.
woo,
Oh,
woo.
Gato, back up.
Go ahead. What were
Are
you
you
saying?
done?
I'm sorry, Barry. We got wished a happy Cinco
Oh
de
no,
Mayo.
you're fine. You're fine.
I want some
Happy
tacos.
4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
So,
well, some people are on the 5th already, Barry.
Yeah,
So,
we're
ow, I'm on the
one.
5th now. Yeah, not the 5th of Jim Beam or anything, but
No,
the
good to know, Barry. You're doing really well if you are, because
uh,
you're not slurring at all. I'm very impressed.
mm-hmm.
Very
somebody
impressed.
Oh, those
else.
are all fine. Mm-hmm.
Ow. So we had two situations today that dealt with fire. First one was the landlord being stupid.
Jeez.
And then after the fire department's gone, it's been like an hour, 2 hours later, I hear something go pop, you know. I
And
look
one of
out
my-
my window and there's smoke billowing out from my neighbor across the road. And I can't see because these trees are between me and him.
Yeah.
And he's burning one of his buildings, one of his
Oh,
outbuildings.
this. Yeah. Go ahead, Barry. I'm sorry.
And I'm like, what, do you want the fire? You know, I got on the radio and I told Randy and Eugene, I said, you better go check because they're family. I said, you better go check on him because there's a building on fire. It's fully engulfed. I said, I can't tell through the trees if it's his house or one of his outbuildings. Eugene goes over there and checks on it. Guy's like, don't worry about it. I set it on fire. And I'm like, I'm standing outside. I can hear everything they're saying because I live a little bit higher up than they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said, don't worry about it. You know, he's been drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, but his house is like 14 feet away from that building. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a fire day today. It's going to be a fire day for the fire department. So it finally burned itself out. I thought, why couldn't you just deconstruct it? Why did you have to go through all that and get everybody all panicked? And I don't know. But, you know, it could be a tax thing. I mean, he's got 3 buildings on his property now besides his home. And
Are
they
you
count
dropping the panel?
I
link
did drop
for
the link.
someone?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, for Premier Hell. They've moved over to my channel, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can grab that link, and what I'll do is I'll just, once you grab the link, and then I will just delete it.
Hey, Devil Dog.
Devil Dog!
Hey, Eddie, hoorah!
Hoorah, Junior. I don't think I know Devil Dog. Everybody gets a hoorah.
Hoorah.
Cool.
Yeah. He's a Marine.
Okay, maybe I have been on a yeah.
Yeah,
So.
Devil Dog is friends with Gary Beltloop.
Yep.
They do.
Okay.
They do
Okay.
lives together.
I
He
don't know
knows
you
me.
either.
He knows me.
I don't
Devil
know
Dog
you
and I-
either, lady.
I need to come
Mhm.
by and see you, Devil Dog. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those that are on my panel, if you're new to each other, you can do a hashtag diva, and you can.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you fussing at your own babies?
Mm-hmm.
Mamas
Okay,
are
ladies and gentlemen, we have Premier Hell joining our panel
welcome,
tonight.
Premier.
Hey, thanks for letting me, and not having to subscribe to Facebook. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
already
we
on
don't-
Facebook. I just don't.
Yeah,
like
we
the
don't.
link.
We don't do it's not for like we don't have
Yeah.
Facebook that you have to subscribe to be able to be hanging out with us.
It's
So
pretty much like you got to allow me to click on the link. Okay, so I was.
Yeah.
I mean, some people they got a new feature I heard that literally helps you prevent trolls, like being connected to Facebook. So you can link your YouTube to Facebook, but maybe I assume that was a.
Yeah, I don't link mine. Mine's
I don't.
They're separate.
I will post my link over onto
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
But no, it has nothing to do with Facebook. This is all YouTube.
And I'm sorry, I just didn't know you personally, Premier. I was like, I don't know him personally. So, and then I didn't realize you were posting your face on your channel because I had always just seen the stuff. Like, I haven't been able to actually. Sorry about that.
So where do you hail from, sir?
Sometimes
what
helps. You got some
Right.
internet
What-
issues going on here.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
Yeah. And kitty cat. Where do you hail from,
It's
sir?
coming back.
What state?
Yeah.
What state do you live in?
He's getting his internet up.
Okay.
Talking to somebody behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so you've just seen GT Carol Berry, and now you see me.
Yes, such as Marines live. I'm just We're just sharing it.
We're
Yeah,
just go ahead there, Premier Hal.
no, I'm just, it's finally coming back. Everything's working. It's like the internet just went down like we had a solar storm or something.
We're having that
Mm.
issue here. I keep getting whoop.
Yeah, like even all the
Yeah.
internet started, even like all the internet started acting all weird.
Mm.
2 days ago, we had a G3 geomagnetic storm. So we got hit by 2 X-class solar flares at the same time.
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and they disrupted a lot of satellite communication.
Yeah.
We barely even noticed it due to the rerouting technology they already have in place.
Hmm.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't understand what that is, what I just said there.
Yeah, Barry does, and we have Homestead Aquarius who's really into that too, but he's usually in the background. You won't see him.
Yeah.
Until there's maybe need for him to smash a troll.
Right.
Man,
So where
that's the
what
whole
state
thing.
are you in there, sir? What state are you in?
I live in Washington State.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You're on the
So
side
you're
with
just
Marine. Yeah.
Yep. So
No, I
you're in
live
my
in.
time.
Oh, you live in Yakima?
No, I'm in Canada.
She's in Canada, but she's on that
Oh, so
side.
you're literally you live in Canada. You no matter what. I'm only like 200 miles away from Canada, maybe 300.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I live on Vancouver Island.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Mhm.
beautiful place right there.
It is. Yeah, so I do see the Olympic Mountains, like, I drive down my street and I can just, go
Yeah,
off
that's
my
actually
street.
yeah, I
Mhm.
love that. Vancouver Island's amazing.
It's a lovely place. It's
Oh my
the
gosh, it is. I
why
mean, you ever been to Seattle and Washington? The mountains and all the streams and all the rivers. It
Mhm.
is amazing. It's just yeah,
Mhm.
it is a beautiful
Yeah,
place. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, we're called the Hawaii of Canada. We have such a temperate climate here. So I'm the only Canadian here on the panel.
well, Canada. I mean, we're damn near related. We are damn near neighbors.
Yes. Yeah, well, they do say Washington State is very similar to, like, Vancouver, Washington State. The vibe is very, very similar between the
Yeah.
two. It's not like,
Well, it's hard for me to tell the difference between a Canadian and a Washingtonian
Ah.
because we have the same everything. I mean, we have
do
the
you,
same
do you
weather and everything.
yeah, but do you apologize for everything all the time?
To Washingtonians apologize. Oh,
No, yeah,
Yeah.
what's really weird, we'll apologize for the weather.
there you go.
We have nothing to do with it, but I'm so sorry the weather sucks.
Okay,
Like
so
we
then
have-
you guys
like
do
we
have
have
some,
control of.
yeah, so you do have some Canadian aspects to you, because Canadians always we apologize for everything. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
And
You know,
what I really think is funny is like they always ask it about what's this all about.
what's it all about? Well, that's you have to be over on the East Coast
Yeah.
to have the accent where they
They have the accent
little,
like South Park always
yeah.
portrays them as what's this all about.
Yeah.
It's more of an Irish when you're in Newfoundland. You go
Oh,
down to the
Newfoundland. Yeah.
you go down to the Kmart, boy. We're gonna just have ourselves a little bit of a couple of beers, and then they have
Peter
more of
Jennings comes to
our
mind.
sound.
The Newfies have
Yes,
their own language practically. Who was it? Peter,
they
who
do.
you said?
Peter Jennings.
Oh,
Mhm.
Mr. Jennings.
Yeah.
Yes. He was I miss him. I liked
Mhm.
listening to him.
Yeah.
He
CR,
could-
you're also a Canadian, though, right?
Mhm.
No, I was born in New York. Oh, you're not talking about.
Oh, were you? Where?
No.
What part? Around what parts?
I think it was Peekskill, New York,
Shut
according to my birth
up.
certificate.
I was a Poughkeepsie.
According to
babe.
I don't remember because I was like a little baby.
Yeah, I was 1 month old when we moved. I was Poughkeepsie.
Uh,
Wappinger Falls
mm.
area was my parents, and then he joined IBM. My dad did, and we were out of there within a month. So yeah,
Dang, I wish I had a job as amazing as IBM. I mean,
I
I
know.
know a lot about electronics and computers, but just to get in the door,
Yeah.
helping a company like that develop stuff, like working at team. It's like, man, it's like I know I could do it. I'm not kidding you. I could be productive. It's
Yeah.
just you don't. It's just there's not a lot of room for a lot of different people nowadays to develop stuff because we're always offsetting all of the work to other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll do it. They'll do the brainstorming for pennies on the dollar in comparison to what we do, and that's terrible because
Yeah.
of the fact that it loses jobs in America.
Yeah, we're not reinvesting in ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's a
terrible.
little scary. Yeah. Yeah. Dad got in on the early days and they used to have the Christmas parties for us kids. And of course, he got pension when he retired. He was part of the engineers that worked on the personal computer. So they moved us to Boca where they had a huge complex for IBM. But it, slowly the layoffs came after the PC was launched. My dad got retired early. Not really early, and most people would have been retired at his age, but he would have just kept working. And he said, really, he did very little work at that time after it was launched. He got to play Dig Dug a lot on his new PC at work, waiting for them to just give him more to do. So yeah, that's why they did end up retiring a lot of the engineers. And he went on to continue.
Well, engineers, they have to pay a lot of money, so I can understand them.
Yeah.
Laying them off, or
Yeah.
taking their job away.
Yeah.
But they could have thought it through, and pretty much made more money off of them by their expertise.
Yeah. Well, dad was just a farm boy and he was self-taught. So he was really fortunate to land that job back in the day.
Yeah, that
All
would be a
self-taught.
great job to get. I mean, I'm self-taught. I learned more about computers self-taught. That I went through college. Then I ended up getting a grant and got paid for college. And everybody was looking like, how the hell do you understand this shit? I got an associate's degree in general technology and an
Yeah,
associate's degree in computer science.
that's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
I did it, and all of it was extremely easy. And then I was on my way to a bachelor's,
Hmm.
but it got so expensive. I only had like one or two more years left, and it just was like I was looking at my student loans and saying, I don't know if it's worth it, because I went the wrong route,
Right.
because I think I needed to get more hands-on experience. Not just knowing something, but actually have been doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where I screwed myself over. It's like, man, just a college. Oh, I'm proud of you. Good job. But
Yeah.
we're not going to hire you.
Yeah.
Unless
It's
you have
it's stupid
hands-on
the way it
experience.
is. Yeah, it's
Yes,
stupid.
yes.
You've got to have
Yeah.
that bachelor's for those type of
Yeah.
jobs now. That's the base now. They even want you in the master's level for anything like
Mhm.
what you're talking about, the computer
Oh yeah,
science.
that's
and the
it.
higher.
If I had a master's, I might be able to get into the door. That'll get me in the door. But you have to have a master's, and a
Yeah.
master's that is after the bachelor's.
Exactly. And even more expensive per credit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's over $150,000.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. You go, whoa, should have just became a doctor, at
And
that
I
point.
know at that point, and then I'd be saving lives and not fixing computers.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
That
husband
would
used to
literally
be,
feel more productive and more rewarding than damn computers.
right.
Well, you could have been fixing the computers that help the doctors fix the people, though. You could.
Right.
True, but what
Yeah.
but it'd be better to be a doctor
Mhm.
and not have to worry about a solar storm that can shut you down. You can still fix
True.
people without
Yeah.
your power.
It's true. My husband he installed satellites on the big giant trucks it was in the oil sands up here. And like it's the trucks where, it's taller than like they're 6 foot or, 7 foot tires. And and he was self-taught and he did immaculate work and he'll do the cell phones and there's certain people who go, okay, I need him to put in a two-way radio system into my boat, and the only person who can do it would be my husband. And and so he was getting paid really good money, but it was the kids that would graduate, so you got this 26-year-old kid who has done the work, has never been hands-on into a boat. You know, when you've got someone's sailboat and all this beautiful, the whatever's in the boat, you don't want it to, just to smash it. And those kids would get paid way more than my husband. And it's like he has got, how many years experience doing this? He's going up into, putting in satellites into these big trucks. And the kids that come in, they would be paid more than him. And he's like, I go, it's just not right, and he's got that hands-on skills, but it's like, and these kids are just, it's book knowledge. Okay, I know I have to go, put A to B to C to D. He knows, okay, we have to do A to B, but we have to also just bypass D because that's going to make a mess of this install, It's quite sad. So what is Shawnee saying here? Is anyone harvesting or doing anything with their dandelions? I'm destroying them. I'm picking them and I'm putting them in my poo-poo juice.
I think Almost Homesteading Janet just did a video on dandelions, possibly. I think it was her. I think it was her, Shawnee Shave.
Yeah.
But
so
from
here, sorry. Oh, no. I need to let you finish that thought.
Yeah. I was just going to say I actually looked at CLEPing courses, and they've cut down the list of how many classes they would allow you to CLEP, which is just taking the test or the exit exam, and it counts for the whole credit. And she's basically saying, like, do the end of course exams, but it's like you have to have the prior knowledge and still study for them pretty much. But it will cut down on the money part, because that's like $150 to sit a test compared to $1,000 for the whole course.
I like how what creative redundancy says, like book smarts versus street smarts.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. This is my understanding and my opinion is if you have college, it is book smart versus street smart. You need both to get a good job.
Yeah.
To keep the job.
Street smarts literally means experience, and book smarts means you need to know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah. And some of the street smarts too is it's common knowledge, which isn't common anymore. It's
not anymore.
It's people knowledge, dealing with people. Like, because you saw those kids in school that had the book smarts, but they weren't hanging out with really anybody, but they knew everything about the subject they were studying. And you get doctors like that too. The doctors that can do a really good job with what you've got. They can just diagnose you, but their bedside manner sucks. They're awful, So yeah, I totally agree.
They know exactly what they're doing, but their personality is like, they make Joe Biden look normal.
Yeah, I will look into that a little bit more, because I was looking at CLEPing, which is the full.
What does CLEPing mean?
I don't remember what it's short.
What the acronym? Okay.
Yeah, but it's basically testing for that subject and getting the credit that you have that knowledge, that you don't need to sit in the classroom for it.
Right. To audit it a bit of whatever. So Duncan, what part of the dandelion are you using to make the jelly to make it taste like honey? Because I think of the milky substance in the thing, and that just is so bitter.
I didn't know this until like about 4 years ago, but you can eat every single part of a dandelion as long as nobody put no weed and feed on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Shawnee says, I'm going to take the flowers and infuse some olive oil with them, hoping to make salve or lotion or soap next winter. Got to make all the infusions this summer. Of course, you're just an amazing woman, Shawnee.
Yeah.
And
I've done that with calendula. I've done that. There it is. CLEP benefits for the college level examination program is what it is.
Wow.
Boop.
Nice.
Boopity boop schmoop. That's what it is.
Another cool fact is you can actually, if you have enough dandelions, you can actually live on dandelions. I mean, for an extended period of time, you can literally live on dandelions without, you need water and dandelions, but you can live on dandelions for considerable, it's never been proven. But in theory, it's enough nutrients to actually survive on. So, but You know, how long are you going to survive?
Ladies and
with
gentlemen, back to the stage. We have Carol.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that.
that happens.
I have too many things up on that little line.
Yeah. Okay, so Duncan said it's the blooms, so just the blooms.
Could you imagine having all these monitors?
No. That's so
Wow.
crazy.
That's
I mean, it would literally get you confused. I'm not kidding.
no
What
kidding.
did you have? What is your channel about? Because people are just meeting you on Marines
Oh, I
live.
do a lot of random stuff. Mainly, well, lately, all I've been doing is getting drunk and acting a retard. But,
Okay.
but I usually do like tutorials. You know, like if I find something useful, I'll make it just a random tutorial. Anything that can relate to hell, I like to bring it up. And I have quite a few new videos in mind that can make your life a little less hellacious.
Oh, awesome. We like
I mean,
lessons.
I have a lot of them in my head to think about to make things better for people. It's like I really like to point out the hellacious, or just like the ignorance of ourselves. You know, like just ignorance is bliss, but it's not. You know.
True. That's true.
So I mean, I like to just point out the obvious and just have fun. YouTube should not be work; it should be fun and entertaining to yourself and you as you entertain other people.
I like that. I agree. I haven't found that spot just yet.
I hope everybody does. I hope everybody does. I mean, I've been a monetized channel for quite a while on YouTube, and I find there's so many amazing and wonderful people out there with potential that can rock this world. They just don't use their potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Well, some people aren't planners. Like when you said about, you're into computers and computer science, and I'm like, you're the other half of my brain that doesn't function well for me. And I am the fine arts major that is like, woohoo, all feely and girly, and I want to just paint, and structure is fun to be in, but I don't necessarily do it naturally. The planning doesn't come naturally, even though I was able to get
for me
it.
either.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the motivation that's the hardest part for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they're shut down. Like some people think like people are lazy, but it's not a matter of being lazy. It's a matter of sometimes your brain will just shut down. It's not necessarily you're being lazy or you don't want to do it. It's you just can't get those steps to that goal that you have up here. It's like, okay, well, and I've had to force myself to go, okay, just move.
I know
Just
exactly
move
what you're saying. And it's really extremely hard to actually explain where you're falling off the rocker, because it's not even just motivation. It's just also lining them up what you need to do to get to those particular things. It's not easy all the time.
Yeah, it's those steps missing in between. Like here's your thing that you want to get to, and then there's all these steps here. It's like that's where I get confused too. Oh, good night, Morgan.
Okay, good night, Morgan. Thanks for coming in. We sure do appreciate you.
Don't forget to leave a like before you leave.
That's right.
That's right. So dandelions contain vitamins A, C, E, and K. Also contains magnesium, manganese, calcium, potassium, zinc, iron, and choline. So yeah, you're right. It's pretty much that you could probably live off of it.
Yeah, for sure.
You really can live on dandelions. So that what I heard was true then.
Yeah.
I never double checked to find out it was. That's why I said I heard it was true, but I never actually double checked, or I've never tried to live on dandelion.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder though if it has any adverse effects on like any of your organs.
You actually might detox from all the red dye and the 40.
Yeah, those are good benefits.
You might fucking actually be 50 times healthier by eating strictly dandelions for 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I may have read that it was kidneys, but I'm not sure. And that's probably because you're doing such a heavy detox that some of the stuff might lodge there and not.
Jimmy, can you close the door? You guys are kind of loud. Thank you. My neighbor kid is over here every day. He absolutely loves it here because it's comfortable here. I operate a very comfortable living environment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like arguments. I don't like I don't like no violence. I don't like drama. Period. I avoid drama. He just likes it here because I keep the peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
So CR, you're doing tomatoes and sunflowers and more. I'm struggling still with sunflowers. I would love to grow some beautiful sunflowers.
Dude, I've tried growing sunflowers like a couple years ago, and what happened is the stalks got eaten by the ants. I don't understand how the hell we get rid of the ants. Ants always chop down my tree before it even blooms.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
So if you have a way, I mean, I tried the tech that I got rid of the ants one time, and then for some damn reason, even not only that, got rid of the ants that chopped it down before with the macro, which is this stuff, which I got sitting right here because I had them in my room. This is, and it's all goopy because they already killed all the ants.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The tech micro shit, and
you can make that. You can make that with boric acid and
but I can't get the ratio right. Not as good as they already got mixed. For as cheap as they got a mix, it's way worth it. Like I buy one packet at Walmart. Anything lasts me 3 years because if you're good at it, one packet should get rid of your whole entire house. You open it up and you draw a line wherever the ants are.
Yeah.
Anytime you see ants, just drop them a couple fucking excuse my friends, just drop them a couple drops and then they will eat it and then just don't kill them and they'll go back to their queen and kill it. It doesn't take one packet to kill a million zillion ants. But the only problem with me is like I couldn't figure out that got rid of the ants, but then the sunflower was eaten like ants ate it. So I don't think ants ate the stalk like I thought. It was something else. And it literally it just killed the dang sunflower. I mean, when I was younger, I grew sunflowers like they were candy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have rats.
I've been able to grow a sunflower for dang near 10 years, man. Every time I try to grow a sunflower, I don't ever get it to live long enough. It gets really close enough, but then it falls over because something freaking
is eating
eats the stalk.
Do you have squirrels?
I gotta go, y'all. I gotta get back to work.
All right.
Right. Thanks.
Have a
good night,
Have a
bro.
good night.
That's the process.
Yep. GT's usually joining us while he is working and taking a break.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing of him. I'm glad you got some amazing people on this panel, man, and a lot of amazing people in the chat.
Yes, there is some.
When
really...
I heard how professional and not only that, just educated you guys were, I thought this is a simple, easy to relate with. If you don't,
I was wondering how you found us.
I really honestly didn't expect you to let me up on the panel. I wasn't expecting. I'd have just been in the chat, been happy, and I would have been happy in this. I would have been happy in the. But thank you. I appreciate you guys letting me up on the panel. It makes it a lot easier to communicate.
Yeah. She's good at that because I said that I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, but
no, I would have been. I would have been
really great at reading people.
Yeah. So just Mayor Hal, just to make sure that you're being careful with the language because that the algorithms don't like it when we have. We don't.
Oh, I'm monetized. I know. That's why I corrected myself. I stopped saying what I was saying. Yeah. I worded it wrong because I know how the algorithm works. Believe me, I'm monetized, but you don't want to get in trouble with the monetization. You're not monetized yet, but you will be extremely soon.
We're both working at it.
Towards getting monetized. So it's like we're trying to cross the T's, dot the I's, do the things right.
You will be. I mean, I know people that work in YouTube.
Yeah.
So I mean, I throw in a good word for you. I can't tell them to approve you or disapprove you. They literally got to do their job. But but I could possibly help you speed through it, but it's not going to really make a difference. And even she told me, the one that works for YouTube, like it's literally not going to speed anything up. I mean, it's a process.
Yeah.
Once you get your 1,000 watch hours, they have to go through the process And the
Yeah.
process just
Yeah,
takes a
that's
little
that's
time.
what we're working for.
We are
Hey,
working.
Larks, thanks for coming in. So good to see you. And yes, you are up
Yes,
late, darling.
you
And I
are.
did have a question for you, which I should have asked you last night. Was so? Do you think because my girls are going to be like 7 weeks? Is that too early to incorporate the babies with the big chickens?
That's for
That is my
larks.
big question.
Yeah. That's for larks, not you.
I know.
Because I saw you like,
talking about me. I'm just trying to think about baby chickens, and
yeah.
I'm thinking if I heard anybody say that, but I have no idea. Absolutely, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Larks has this.
I just know that if you have kittens, if you have kittens for cats, not.
Yeah.
I only thing I know about is kittens and for cats, because
And look at there, right above there is a little kitten. Gary always.
I want to see my kittens.
Mhm.
I got 4 kittens. They're just the same exact age as that.
No way.
Mine were born on April 1st.
Wow.
Fool's Day,
Aw.
literally. My mom was like, April Fools, ha ha ha. No, they literally, she just gave birth. We got 4 kittens. April Fool's Day.
Mm.
And that's another beautiful kitten. Man, I love cats. I love animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love chickens.
Do we just call you Premier Hell, or do you go by?
You can call me anything you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Well, I mean, we did names tonight, and I didn't know, so I had to go back in and put my name. So I just didn't know because of what you said about the trolls. Because you're absolutely right.
No, that's why that's why I don't want to link my actual real name with my YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, I leave
We'll
my
just call you Premier.
Facebook off of. You can go, yeah, Premier. People always call me Premier. I'm used to
Okay. I just didn't know.
if you want to get a hold of me personally, we can talk privately through Discord or anything, and I'll tell you my real name.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep
Discord. So you
personal
really
stuff.
are a computer guy. That's my daughter. She's the computer. She got
As soon
that
as
other
you say
half.
Discord,
I want to be very
I don't know
clear
anything
that
about Discord.
Whatever you do not ever tell anybody who you are unless you fully trust them.
Well, my name really is Maureen.
Yeah, she's an entertainer.
You know what?
She's an entertainer.
Keep that up, man. I'm gonna have to educate you.
Yeah. Well, no. The thing is that I'm a musician, and so so it's not like I can hide my performance name. So
I mean, if you can, but it's always
albums. She has albums.
Yeah.
Well, that means
so
that
it's not like
people in the closet, us people hiding against them, we gonna have to protect her.
Yeah.
Our identity's hidden, so the creeps that are creeping up on you when you can't hide your identity, at least we can creep up on the creeps that are creeping up on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a bat.
We like channels like that. Yeah, Barry's the Batman. He's got the bat.
I got a bat.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't want anybody to die or get hurt, but I don't want no innocent person to get hurt either. So
yeah. No, we've seen some of the scary stories from the larger channels where they've had groups of trolls after them, and that's terrifying that they would do that.
I don't understand. I mean, I used to get trolls on my channel, and I welcomed them, and they hate that.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, you never know.
They don't like arms wide open. They fucking they want you to hate them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but it's weird that they want you to hate them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they get joy out of that.
We usually delete them right away.
Yeah, we just get rid of them.
Yeah, no, get rid of them. But I don't recommend enjoying their company. But sometimes when nobody's watching, trolls are like your best company.
Yeah, I've seen that on some channels.
I've converted quite a few trolls back in my day. They went from troll to freaking amazing person.
Yeah. I've seen people.
Trolls just don't have good things to do, and then once you give them a good thing to do, they don't become a troll anymore. I mean, they like attention. They're like a kid without a child, or not a kid without a child, like a kid without a father is what I mean.
Yeah. Some of them are that way, but then there's also the masochists, and then there's also the ones that have that issue with identity, and they want to.
That's the ones with no empathy. That's the ones that have no care for themselves and or others.
Yes, exactly.
And they feel like
come in all flavors. We'll just say. Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. All flavors.
See,
I've never heard it put
they're
that
talking
way.
about sunflowers in the side chat, and you said about the ants. I have a problem with rats, and squirrels will eat mine. They
I
always.
used to
I
have
can't even
pet
get
rats.
what.
You know, back in 2005, 2004 actually, or about at the end of 2005, I bred 49. I bred 2 rats into 49 rats and traded those
Oh.
49 rats into 1 cat
Oh
at
my
my local
goodness.
pet shop.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a weird
Oh, so
exchange rate.
you were feeding. They were for feeding.
Were they for
No,
feeding or were they
They must have.
pets?
No. I never said that. I hope they didn't feed them to other snakes and stuff. I didn't say what they had to do with them.
Uh-oh.
No, but I traded the
People
49
do keep
rats
them
for a
as
cat.
pets. People do. My
I was
sister,
keeping them as pets.
yeah, my sister had, yeah. They are a very good pet animal, surprisingly, and very loving animals I've seen. But I'm not into rats. Both my nephew and my half sister kept them, but they have very
Yeah,
short
my
lifespan.
aunt,
Very short lifespan.
Yeah, I
yeah, my
don't.
aunt loved pet.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
I don't keep
Yeah, no.
mine. I don't want them in my yard, so
Yeah, me
they.
either.
I remove them permanently,
No,
and I.
that's why I love my cat. My cat kills all the rats.
Lars,
No, believe
right?
me, if I'm gonna have a rat, it's not gonna be a freaking wild one.
Yeah.
Those things make me nervous.
Yeah,
You
because
get
it
bit
carries
by those,
disease.
and they're mean
Yeah,
when they're in the wild. They're not nice little
yeah,
pets. They're mean, and they can contain diseases.
yeah. Have you
You
seen the
know,
video on my we might not have because I think we catch each other when I'm live, and so there's a video on my channel. I had an actual owl come in to go after the rats because they'll come on my back patio. We live off a canal in Florida, and they will come up out of
I,
that canal. It's nasty, but I met up with a screech owl because of it on my patio. I heard,
I've seen an owl take a kitten. I've seen an owl take a rat.
yeah, they'll eat anything. Oh yeah, they're
I've
predators.
seen a hawk take a
Like-
kitten, and they always take digger
Mhm.
squirrels. So if I want to
Mhm.
get rid of my kittens, all I got to do is take them to my dad's house,
Yeah.
and the hawks will just rip the
Oh,
kittens out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I got to do is put the kittens on the ground in the middle of the yard, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
So,
hawks will eat them.
Larks, I don't know if you got to hear.
I
You
wouldn't
know, if
do
you
that.
got
That's
to
easy.
hear me ask that question about, is it too early to incorporate the chicken babies who are going to be 7 weeks with the adult chickens? I do need to know
The
that
7
question.
weeks sounds about right for kittens, for cats, but I have no
Yeah.
idea about chickens. So I think
Yeah.
I think it's probably similar. I
Yeah.
think 7
Right.
weeks, but if you're not sure, I recommend you
Well, no, I'm
Google the
asking another, I'm
Yeah.
asking another friend who's in
Oh,
Kentucky.
She's
yeah,
got
yeah.
chickens. Yeah.
With somebody
She's
that knows
gonna,
exactly what they're doing. That's a
yeah,
good
she's
idea.
Yeah.
she's been a chicken
Mama.
tender for many years. So I've been just waiting to see what she's going to say about it and that. And then I think we're probably gonna close it off here, just because we've been here for almost 3.5 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have been up there for a while, chilling.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
it's
we
really,
have.
really
Yeah.
nice.
But we're working towards.
I'm gonna say my goodbye so you guys can wrap it
Oh,
up.
okay. Okay.
All
You
right.
know, I don't want to sit here and drag things out and interrupt you guys. But,
All
you know,
right.
thanks
Well,
for
No.
having me on.
Pleasure.
And
yeah.
I hope you guys have a great night. You know,
You
thanks.
too,
You
Premier.
too. You
Yeah.
too,
Thanks
Premier.
for coming and hanging out.
And maybe come on and do that whole thing, the anti-troll stuff. You can give some information on that. On
Oh,
either
how to
one.
prevent? Yeah, there's a
Sometime
I have
we'll
a lot of
interview.
stuff on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll interview
So, yeah.
you.
Recognizing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So on
Sounds good.
one of our other ones. So thanks for coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Nothing.
thanks for
Thank
letting me up. You have a good night.
Sure,
You
Premier.
too.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
I just saw it's supposed to be when they're about the same size. Are they
I
the same
know
size?
that, but I'm trying to get them to be allowed to become up earlier.
Yeah.
So
It says wait 8 weeks. There's is what it says. But
In other words, you're a little bit impatient.
1 week.
well,
1
no,
week more. 1
they're
week more,
so
Maureen.
big. They're so big, and now
Yeah.
they're starting to be mean to one another, and they're and they're so big. They're huge
Yeah.
to me. and so it's like I don't know where to put them. Like today again, I take them out and I put them in the dog crate on the lawn, but I had to go out for lunch and
Yeah.
it could possibly rain, and so then I actually took them. We brought them back in, and so then they're stuck in their little brood, or like it's a big tote, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not fair to them, and it's like where can I put them? So
Yeah.
you're most welcome there, Premier. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming hanging out. So we do appreciate that.
That's good to put a name with the channel
Yes, and a face.
and a face. That's what I meant. Oh my gosh, I meant a face and like voice. a person with the channel. Hello.
I
It's
don't know.
getting.
I don't know what. Oh, pH. You're putting in Premier Hill. Okay.
Yeah.
I could put them in another pan. Oh, right, because Duncan's here next to them during the day so that they can get used to each other, which is what I would be doing.
okay.
I wouldn't be leaving them permanent. And I do have it. It is like my regular chicken run is separate from the playground, and that's how I do the incorporation. So,
Playground. So cute.
this is my chicken's playground.
They have a swing
We're
set.
That's right. No, they do have a picnic table though, and they have
Aw.
a Cabana back there, but I haven't gotten the swing yet.
Aw. So
Yeah.
cute.
Okay, so Sharon, you know about, and it's like I should know, but it's just the fact that they're. I know it's like wait till they're this similar size, but these girls are just. I've never had them fight like this.
I'm starting to wonder if you've got a few roosters in there.
Maybe.
That
Could be that there's a rooster because it's like when that
they're more
screeching
aggressive.
happened tonight. So,
oh no, especially with the comb. You said they're picking on each other's combs. Yeah, that sounds very roostery. And I don't even have
an answer
chickens.
question for me.
Oh,
what are those spots on my mint?
Can't see them.
Oh, okay.
Anybody? It looks like they're dry, like dry air, but it could be. I could be wrong.
Oh, this light
Could be a little bit of. I can see them. It's some sort of fungus. Yeah. See, they're picking because they're in a small space. But even when I put them in the dog crate outside, they're still picking. So I don't know. Did everybody? Oh, is the veins discolored? Bring that back out. The roosters will fight, and so it's like is the veins discolored? And the other question is your mint. So your mint is bumpy.
No.
I've seen something like that. It almost seems like it's a bit of a blight, is what I would think.
Oh no, not a blight. Boo.
Oh, Miss Sharon says check for thrip infestation.
Oh, I hate those things. You can hold it in your hand, Barry, and kind of just squeeze the leaf, and sometimes they're super tiny. Sometimes you can see them. I hate them. They're wicked things. Thrips. Thrips are what get my strawberries. Hate them.
Oh, stop. Don't be swatting at my mint.
Surprised they're not
don't like
eating
it.
Doesn't that smell divine?
So Duncan says I would take
leaves.
the bad leaves off.
Away from the plant, though. Don't leave them near the plant in case it is a blight or a
So I've already pulled off a few that were like that.
Well, when you pull them off, are you like squeeze the leaves a bit and see if there's any tiny anything? I know the cat's after the mint. Is it cat mint? Hee Woohoo! I have to say, I did learn something new from. I was watching the herb live that my Renaissance grandma did, and she was saying mountain mint mixed with mullein has like more of a expectorant. Like it makes the mullein even stronger. That concoction together, or tea, whatever you make with it to clear yourself out. If the leaves are turning brown, it could be too much nutrition and getting burnt. Oh, it could be even too much nutrition. Are you feeding them with anything? Any kind of like nitrogen? No. Could it be in the soil already, like a miracle grow?
So I'm thinking.
Okay, I'll let you think.
Well, I'm thinking that's because it is a Walmart plant.
Yeah, they use Miracle Grow a lot. And they also neglect their plants and then overwater them.
Oh yes, I know. That's why I took it, because I was like, look at that plant.
Hopefully,
it's deprived.
Hopefully it's not root rot. Yeah, we have them down here, Miss Sharon. I hate them.
If the leaves are turning brown, it could be too much nutrition. Oh yeah, you already read that. And getting burned. If it's the veins discolored, in the veins, it's deficient in something else. So.
Oh yeah, when they contrast each other, I forget what that means. It's usually
okay.
Iron?
So I'm seeing green, and then like a pale green, and then green and pale green in the veins. So the stems is green at the top.
Yeah.
Then it lightens up, and then it greens up again.
Look down at the bottom of the stems as they go into the soil and see if they're darkening and drying out.
They're pink.
Okay. What, Maureen? Are you sign languaging?
I'm muted. Muted.
I thought so.
I just keep getting this little weird tickle on this side. Well, mind you, it must be allergies because it's like a little bit of stuffiness, but it's like, and then I get this.
I was getting that. That's why I left early on and went and got an Allegra, because I think he mowed the lawn today, and the palm pollen is nasty for me, and I think he brought it in.
So Lark says put them outside for the day and see if they perk up. I think you should repot them too. Or did you repot them?
No, but I considered that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give them something new.
There's, because there are new ones at the bottom there.
Oh, just wait. Where's Barry? Let me put him in the hole. Give him the hole.
Okay. That's a good idea, what Brenda said. You need to repot it, but wash it good before putting it in a new pot of soil. So just switch out the soil. It might help. Hey, Vidra. Good to see you.
Vidra
always seems to join us. Are you working tonight, Vidra, or are you off? Hope your health is well. I hope everybody's health is well.
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's like I gotta just pick the right one, because it could be this,
like me.
or it could be this.
Yeah, I picked the wrong one with
this one. It's like, which one is it? Oh, it's not me. Oh, it's us. Like this. Which, that's weird.
I'll set that aside tomorrow. It's a little cool out there right now.
But... Okay.
Oh yeah, they definitely need repotted. Look.
Okay, yeah. And your peppermint should be good to be outside right at this time of year, no?
Yeah, it should. I don't think we're going to get any colder than what we are. We've been in the 60s at night, so
okay. Yeah, and keep it close to the house. If you're going to keep it in a pot, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna replant it tomorrow or transplant it.
Okay.
So
good.
I don't want to lose it. It's not like I spent a lot on it, but then I would like to see it, because last year's didn't survive either. And I got it from the produce section at Walmart. First mistake.
Okay. Well, we will start saying our long Southern goodbyes. We got 2 minutes. We might as well go right to the 3:30. So we do really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us and supporting our channels. It's it does really mean the world to us, all of us.
Yes.
We're really grateful
especially
for that.
when they backtrack your hours or take a view away, like I saw today. That was a new one. They just completely took a view from me. I'm like, I watched you do that. Hey.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Those
sprinkle
are-
the roots with cinnamon. It'll kill any bacteria on them.
Oh, yeah. Cinnamon's
That's
great.
right. Peace out from Mike, and thank you, Girl Dad.
Oh, thank you,
Got
Girl Dad.
delicious-
You're so
yes, thank you
encouraging.
for, for
Yeah.
hanging out. So
Yep.
I'm more northern. Mm.
Did I
More
miss
northern. No,
Northern?
he's well.
Oh, for
Actually,
hardening off. Oh, okay. I saw. I missed
yes,
that.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah. 'Cause I think my peppermint is up.
"Mm."
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Oh, thanks
Yeah,
for
thank you,
sharing.
Miss Sharon.
You're the best.
Mhm,
You are awesome.
mhm,
Thank you
mhm.
to my mods tonight. Appreciate you.
Yes,
We
yes,
appreciate the
indeed.
mods.
Yeah, and so tomorrow night, Barry, you go live at what time?
9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I'm um
Family dinner.
no, yeah, I do have my family dinner. And then of course, every Friday, Carol does an afternoon called Fibro Friday, where talking about health and wellness with
Yeah.
living
And
with
even I
fibromyalgia.
don't know if I should rename it because I don't want people thinking they have to have fibro to come. It's for anybody who has like kind of health issues
I
that
think
they're
you should
it's
personally.
fine. Okay.
I think so.
Fibro
Fibro
Friday, even though it's very difficult to say quickly.
Fibro
Fibro.
Yeah, and then of course, Carol goes live every Friday night with Friday at
11:30
11:30
Eastern.
11:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
So
And
Yep.
then I have Wednesdays at 1 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern.
Yes,
Right.
and now Barry is doing Wednesdays at 1 p.m.
1
Which
p.m.
I'll try
Eastern.
and make with the kiddo. Never know.
Yeah. All right. Well, good night, all. Thank you so much
night.
for
Thank
spending
you.
the evening with us. We do really appreciate it.